I agree.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Power Trip Morning Show, Tuesday, April 28th of 2026. I'm Corey Cove. That's Chris Hockey. That's Meat Sauce Paul Lambert. There's Zach Halverson. Hi.
Hi, Corliss. How are you?
Yo.
What time did you guys check out?
I never even started
Didn't even
watching.
start it.
I stayed in my place last night.
No. Watching the basketball game. You watched all of it.
Every second of it.
Yeah.
Twice, yep. What'd you do to the computer?
I didn't do anything to it.
Were
Maybe
you
it's
using
one of
it?
those restarting things.
Did you use it at all?
I did, yeah. Did it just stop?
Hold on, let me log back into AOL.
How much of it did you watch?
About midway through the third.
Yeah. He's logging into AOL.
You've got female.
How did it go?
Yeah, how was the game?
I
Tell
know
me
they
about
lost, but
Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
spoiler alert.
you wish you'd gone to bed.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my thought.
No, you saved an hour and a half of your life.
Thank you.
Man, Paul, you did something right.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you.
More devastated by the 31-game win streak of Jamie Ding ending. It's over for Jeopardy
it's
champ.
over?
Yeah, he lost.
It's over, man. I got it. It's all over.
Finally
man.
lost.
It's over, man. He blew it.
It makes more sense that the Wolves lost. They don't have Ant and they don't have Dante.
Yeah.
Jamie Ding has the same brain he had last week.
Yeah, man.
The other guy got 3 daily doubles.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Yep. It was a runaway.
Oh, I thought he was unstoppable.
Yeah, he mostly was. 31 games in a row. Fifth best of all time. Won $882,000.
Yeah. They should give him more than that. Double it.
Yeah, double it.
Or cut it in half and double it.
Yeah, do
too.
that.
Do that too.
You know?
That'd be a better thing. Well, that sucks that he lost. I don't know what you're going to watch now in the afternoon.
Yeah, until somebody gets on a mega streak again, I'll probably just keep watching it.
Yeah,
Right,
you'll
I
keep
mean,
watching it.
Same show.
Right.
I
That's
mean,
right after Twin Cities Live is over. That's when I'm normally wrapping up my prep
TCL.
for this
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
That's my prep window, like 3 to 5.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're done with prep for today's show by about 5.
Pretty
Last
much.
night.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the best.
We stay on top of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have sauce.
Yeah. I'm not going to break a lot of stories, but I'm be on top of a lot of stories.
Exactly.
Nobody reports.
I know Rod.
Man, how long has Rod Simon's been gone now? Is it like 12 years? 10 years?
It was just obviously it's spring training. It was just the
Yeah.
anniversary, and I saw that. Geez.
But it's got to be double digits. It's got to be double digits at this point, correct?
Good question.
He passed away
Man.
February 21st. Well, this is when, hold on. Let me click on the story. This is when the story was posted.
Is your computer frozen?
One of us.
He was one of us.
He was 56.
Damn.
Year older than I am right now. How about that?
Yeah. Was it behind a paywall?
Yeah, screw that. It's got to be 3-4 years pre-COVID, though, right?
This says 2017.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I don't know
It
the
does.
exact date that he passed
yeah,
away.
but still, that sounds in the
Yeah.
right
February
range.
20th, 2017, Fort Myers, Florida.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep. Passed away in his sleep. Good man.
What a
Yeah.
nice
Good
guy
man.
that
Was a
guy
good
Super
was.
dude,
nice
man.
guy,
That
yeah.
was a good dude.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
daughter's doing great.
Yeah.
Still just dancing up a storm.
Good for her.
Yep. Yep.
What kind of dancing?
Like Broadway.
Oh, really?
Like
Like the big
one-
times?
Yeah, like the where
the
they,
rock sets or
that's it.
something?
Thank you. That's
Really?
it.
At Radio City
I
Music
don't know
Hall?
if she's there yet or not, but
But
I know
that
she
kind
was
of stuff?
She was on the fast track to that. Yeah. Yeah.
Sauce, why didn't you get into that?
You know,
You're
I've been
limber.
wondering
I have
that.
two large
agile.
legs.
Well,
Yeah.
work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
Working on my
technique,
night
the
moves.
technique is there. It's a little bit like Farley from the Chippendale sketch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your dancing is phenomenal.
It's more like Marley
it's just
from
your body.
Christmas Story.
I thought it was.
Marley from like.
I wish you were Marley from Marley and Me.
Why? Because they put him down.
Yeah, man.
I've never seen that movie, and
Best
I
part
never
of the movie.
will.
Screw that dog.
Do you,
Oh,
have
dude,
do you have any audio at the end of the movie?
Yep.
Oh,
It's a Walter White situation. Like Marley starts out as this really cute dog, but by the end he's an absolute asshole, and you're
So
actually
that-
cheering for him
yeah.
to die.
He says the last line, I am the one who barks.
Exactly. And he
that's how they
does.
put him down?
That's right.
Well, yeah, it's a talking dog. Shoot it.
Yeah.
It's possessed.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
I am the one who
Wonder-
barks. Brilliant.
Do you think PETA would be okay with if there were demonic dogs that talked?
The guy from Hunger Games, what's he care?
Do you
Brilliant.
Do you believe?
Goddamn brilliant,
Do you
Hawk.
believe finally PETA would be like, yeah, shoot them. They're possessed.
How do you know that? Yeah, like Cujo?
Hey, since we're spinning the wheel, didn't Josh Hutcherson in the last couple of weeks admit that the painting scene was like ridiculously dumb?
Probably.
I think I saw.
don't think
I think I saw.
know.
I think I saw a headline where it was like, "Yeah, I don't know what that was all about," because it was again, it's the scene that drove me absolutely
Yeah,
nuts in that
things
freaking
like that
movie.
drive you crazy.
Sure do.
Yeah.
It's part of the book. They had to put it in there. It's part of the
Yeah.
deal. That's how it
pretty
goes,
bad.
Man.
Are you excited for the new one? When does that come out? Later this year?
No idea. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I might be by the time it gets here. I don't know if there's nudity in it. I don't know.
What?
You know, I don't know. I'm asking questions here, man. I
That
almost-
was-
I almost went to see the movie Nobody last night, but I was feeling a little under the weather because of the allergy situation. But you know that movie? No, not Nobody. What's the one that was filmed in Minnesota?
Normal.
Normal,
Normal,
yeah.
yeah.
It's only an hour and a half long. I love that.
Mhm.
I looked at the start time. I'm like, well, I'll only be 82. You know what I
Right.
mean, I was like, hey, cool. That's not that long. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But then I was like, man, my eyes are about to fall out of my head.
Yeah.
And you had to get home for the Wolves game
I obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
and the Twins game.
And you were
Obviously.
sleeping in your van.
Man, I tell you what, oof,
That looked cozy.
it's very cozy. I do need to put a heater in there though, because
Yeah.
my nips were.
Oh, and my dad
solid.
wasn't there to hold you.
Yeah, he was not. He's not allowed in my van anymore.
Why?
Because he throws feces. He's like a monkey.
Oh,
He is like a monkey. Have you ever noticed that?
He's
Corey?
76 years old.
I know. So he doesn't throw it like he used to. I mean, he
Yeah.
doesn't have the arm strength.
Yeah.
But God, have you ever noticed that, Corey? How he throws poop like a monkey?
I guess I've never spent significant amount of time with him, just
Well,
because I
that's- yeah.
assume
Yeah.
anybody that fathered Sauce and Dov should not be a guy that I
Oh.
get into the mix with. But
Yeah.
hey, man, you do whatever you want to do.
I
in
do.
that
I do
van.
what I want to do. I do him in my van.
Yeah. He talks. He tosses him around.
Yeah. We weren't down by the river, but it sure felt like it because it rained like hell.
Man,
all
it
day
did
yesterday.
rain like hell.
great, wasn't it?
It was great. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was a great hunkering down day.
Yeah. You got that right.
Yeah.
So what'd you do? Just play MLB the show because it rained?
No, what did I do? I ran into Lieber yesterday at the grocery store.
I saw
that,
that.
yes.
Yep. That was that made my day.
Wow. Did you make fun of the poor people as you walked into the rich people's grocery store?
No, but the comments on the picture were quite kind.
bet.
I did
bet.
see your wife's though. Your wife was like, "We can finally leave Edina."
Yeah,
like
week
it's
from today.
happened.
Week from
So,
today.
so you're moving. How long did you live in Edina?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
And you always thought you were going to run into Ben there.
Yeah.
You wanted to run into Ben there. Sometimes it sounds like you even just hovered and hoped that he
Yeah.
was going to
I
go
missed
shopping.
him a few times,
You just missed him a couple of times, and now you're moving in a week, and you did it.
and I did it. Yeah.
There he was.
Yeah, man.
You didn't text him and say, "Hey, I'm going to
No.
Jerry's.
No.
Might be a good time for you to go to Jerry's." You just saw him.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Are you allowed to shop at grocery stores without carpet on the floor?
There's
What are you going to
a-
do when you come to my town?
Well, there's a new Coburn's over there.
Rocks. Coburn's.
So we'll probably go to that one.
That's very close to your new place.
Yeah, that's over in the vicinity of where we're moving to. Yeah.
He told
So-
you where he's moving?
generally.
I
He
told
didn't
you.
tell me that.
I thought my dad said he did.
Yeah, he told me you were moving on up to the east
Careful.
side. He's, he's stuck in
A pair of-
70s.
he's stuck in a pair of handcuffs.
Mhm.
You're going to spend a lot of time in Arbor Lakes
Yeah.
at Costco.
I might run into you every once in a while.
At Costco.
The new Costco.
What about Target?
What about Target?
There all the time.
Yeah. We'll wave to Angie every time we go.
No, she's there all the time,
She's probably there now
waiting
and watching.
and wondering why
Yeah, she's
they're not
wondering why.
open.
Yeah.
Yep. I
If
like Target.
will you move out of Plymouth the second you run into me at Costco?
No, I'd be honored to run into either of you at Costco.
You know what I did at Target last night, Sweet Pea?
What, Daddy-O?
So I like these one particular protein bars, and I think there's only one flavor that I like. The rest of them are garbage. and they have 75,000 different flavors.
Mhm.
The ones they say taste like cookie dough don't taste like cookie dough. Where are you from?
No, they
That
do
the
not.
Cookie dough tastes like that,
Where are you from?
No,
right?
no, they
What the
do
hell
not.
is going on?
Tastes like Play-Doh.
Right? But there's this one flavor that's perfect, and they don't give me the farts. So I eat them by the dozen.
Where are
And
you
apparently
from?
I'm just like everybody else because they're the only ones that are ever sold out. And I like to buy them by the box. The big box, not a little box, big box. So I go to Target last night, and there's one box of them left. And it's been opened. Somebody's reached in
Oh,
and grabbed
no.
one of them. But I didn't want to fool with it. So I just bought 11 instead of 12 and paid full price because I didn't want to fool with it.
Yeah, but
What was I going to do? Hold it up and go, hey, look here. Somebody stole one of these.
Because you wanted the other 11.
I wanted the other 11, and I didn't want to fool with talking to somebody.
And you didn't want to. You didn't want to say to them, "Well, I want this,
Right.
but this is essentially damaged, or
yeah,
this
Right.
is not perfect." Yeah, I think you just bite the bullet for
That's
sure.
what I did. I hope somebody enjoyed that protein bar.
If there was a Raising Cane's combo that had 12 chicken fingers, right? And I go through the drive-thru and they hand me a box and it only has 11 in.
But bish.
I still want the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
I'm
course.
not going to hand it back through the window and go, I asked for 12.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm driving home and I'm eating those 11 and I'm actually thinking to myself, I don't need a 12th. Look
Yeah.
at me.
Yeah.
Right? Like 11's more than enough.
yeah.
No, I'm speak for you, Sauce. If that happened to you, this would be you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Damn you all to hell!
Yes, correct. Here's the other thing with your situation, Hawk.
That's what happens at carpeted places.
Yeah, I'm so freaked out by a lot of germs that I am paranoid a lot. I would think somebody poisoned those and I wouldn't buy them. If there was an open box of something I wanted, I would never
That's
buy
actually
it.
a good point. That would be my
Listen,
thought process.
We all
he's
know.
hoping. He's
we all
hoping.
know. That's why I bought them.
Yeah, he's hoping. Yeah, yeah.
I was, looking,
got any iocane powder in here?
I was looking for syringe holes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like that lady in the 80s that was poisoning like medication.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he'd bang that lady and be poisoned by her.
Now I'd throw my poison at her.
Careful, your mic's on.
It's a good thing you don't go to carpeted grocery stores.
Is that the truth?
Oh man,
Yeah, we spanned the gamut.
we really did.
But that's because your Timberwolves lost and let us all down.
Yeah, but we got the Wild tonight, which will be great.
Yeah. Do you think we can win this
Yes.
series even without JJ? Or no?
Ant? No,
Ant?
I think Denver wins.
Oh,
I think
man.
they win 2 straight.
What happened yesterday? You believed.
Yeah, the injuries, man.
The injuries, yeah.
They can't
At
do
some
it
point,
without
maybe
him?
at 6. Sauce, I have a serious basketball question for you. This is a sports station,
Oh,
right?
my Lord.
Oh, wow.
I have an actual sports question for you, but it's not that important. So it can wait until we have to do sports.
I can't wait.
You know, I'm not just gonna like waste it in the first segment. It's like I'm not just gonna waste my whole Saturday up
Yeah,
on my roof
you're
digging,
correct.
digging leaves out of my gutters.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Get Gutter Helmet at gutterhelmetmn.com and don't worry about that. My gutters last night were free-flowing because they didn't have any junk in them. If your gutters are full of debris, that'll cause issues. Get Gutter Helmet at gutterhelmetmn.com and never clean your gutters again.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
radio station.
Johnny Beans Bonds Bones is here.
Hi, kids.
I was kidding about the Timberwolves game, by the way.
Check. There we go. Jeez,
All
that
right.
I asked John if he
Of
went to the
course you
game
were.
last night.
Oh,
He did.
yeah.
He did ask him that.
I did.
He went to the Wolves game last night.
John just doesn't get my humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. It's not that you didn't know that it was in Denver.
Hawk knew it was in Denver.
Of course.
I'm here. I'm on the sports
But
leader.
you're a world traveler. Did you go?
No, I was not in Denver
Great
last
point. He
night.
could have been in Denver
why
last
not?
night. Great
Yeah.
point.
Red eye flight home?
Well, no.
It's only like a 2-hour flight.
Twin Staley has its own plane.
Yeah.
does?
That's right.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's about right? Because it's 3 to Vegas. It's about 2 to Denver, give or take. Something like that. Hour and a half, see?
Yeah.
Zach knows even shorter. So you absolutely could have been to the game. And
Sure.
then red-eyed back and then
Sure.
stopped and got us coffee and, and come in.
That's
That
exactly
sounds
right.
like
Yeah,
something.
That sounds like something you would do.
That is not outside the range of things I would do, except for the part about flying back early just to be on this show.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what's wrong with you, Bonus? You're part of this.
Hey, if you don't like this job, we'll find somebody who will do it. Maybe Aaron Gleeman wants to come in once a week.
Zero chance. Zero. I will speak for Aaron. Zero. I've
Talk about,
asked.
he doesn't like this show?
No, he won't get up this early. I've asked him. Trust me.
What is it with baseball people? Remember, Do Young Park was always like, why do you guys have to be on so early? It's, like, it's a morning show. He hated getting up this early.
Speaking of that, I
Cried
don't know
tonight.
if you guys listen to the Bets and Quotes podcast.
Oh, no.
I do. Semi-regular.
Yeah. Well, Chuck is hurt. He's hurt.
Oh.
Parcher bets?
Yes, he's hurt. He's hurt because he's never been invited to be a part of the golf bets.
Oh.
And you invited the young man that we had in last week, whom we just met for the first time.
Daniel Hastings?
You invited Daniel to play,
Oh,
and
oh.
Chuck is like, I've been involved doing stuff with the show for years and never been invited one time.
Fair point.
And so here's what I say. Since I have a massive gambling problem and shouldn't be gambling at all, I am going to bequeath my golf spot
Oh, that sounds gross.
to, I said queeth.
Oh.
He could take my spot, too.
I'm going to give him my golf spot because I shouldn't be gambling anyway. I
can
shouldn't be
take
doing
mine.
it.
The more the merrier. We'll just add him.
Yeah.
He can have my spot.
This is a non-formal apology because I haven't even thought of it. Chuck, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I truly apologize for not asking you.
Yeah, we should have thought
Nobody
of
I
asks,
love you,
nobody
and I
asks
think of
the
you.
referee to join the game.
Well said, Bonus.
Ooh.
I'm
mean,
back on
that's-
Bonus's
that's it.
side.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But
So you
But that- but-
immediately reject your own apology? You're backtracking already and saying you shouldn't have apologized.
No, my apology stands.
It does stand.
But I'm on Bonus's
But you
side.
agree that the ref shouldn't join the game.
No, he should be. He's done a lot for
He
us. He should
threatened
be in the
to
bet.
withhold a bet that we've forgotten about if we didn't let him play the
Well, which one?
Did Ethan
That's the
Kelly
thing, we
Manis
don't
get
know.
drafted?
He wouldn't
it's
say what it was.
It must have been that one
No,
because
no.
I completely forgot about
No,
that
it's a
one.
different
No,
one.
he
It's a different one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a different one.
Well, I forgot about the Cali McManus one.
Same.
Yeah.
Until he posted it.
But
And
I
he
would
threatened
guess.
to hold it hostage if we didn't let him play the golf game. So I'm giving my spot to you, Chuck, because gambling isn't a good thing anyway. Gambling's bad for families, specifically mine.
Yeah. Well, I love you, Chuck. I apologize.
There you go, Chuck.
It's on me.
What do you
I
love more,
apologize.
Chuck?
And I'm going to give quotes
or-
my quotes as well. He can.
Well, I mean, that's already, it's you.
Yeah, it
Your
was
power
you
Say
for
that,
a
but it's
while.
not. It's
It
not.
was
It's
you
not.
for a while.
It's not. I'm just very funny.
You are very funny.
What do you love more, Chuck? Power trip bets or gambling?
Chuck, because he keeps track of most of my gambling. Checkmate.
You can only experience one of them the rest of your life.
What's gambling? Not even close.
Exactly. You know what? And Chuck is such a degenerate gambler. He would also agree that it's better to gamble than to spend time with him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He would have said, "Sauce, say gambling. It's better."
Yeah, but Chuck is an A+ person, and I feel bad.
You should.
Yeah, but I love him.
You should
Be
feel
ashamed of
bad, but
yourself.
not about this.
Yeah. This should be about 40th on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you're
should
right.
be riddled
I'm going to give
with
you
shame.
the list I have of things that you should feel bad about. I've
Yeah.
been keeping score.
I've seen your list.
Yeah, I know. It's very long, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's very
It's
long.
very long.
And most of it's correct.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not nice.
Oh,
Right.
I'm nice to you. I'm nice to Bonius.
Who's Bonius?
Bonius.
The guy who
Is he
flew in
a
last night on
Roman
the
That's
Twins
right.
Daily Jet.
That's right.
Bonius.
Sir Bonius.
Right.
Right. I can't wait for your sports question for me. I know it's probably not going to be that great.
No, it's a serious question, though.
Well, then I can't wait.
It's a serious question. That's next segment. It's a radio tease.
Right.
You know, got to keep him around going, man, I wonder what he's going to ask Sauce. I can't wait for Sauce's answer. It's going to be super insightful.
Man,
I
Well
doubt
thought
it.
out.
No.
check
It
this.
might be.
Check this
Nah.
blank out. You guys want to hear some blank?
I love
Sure.
blank.
Listen
Yeah.
to this. You guys know where Ely is? ELY?
Jesus.
Sorry.
Isn't that where you drove to, Zach?
Of course.
Hold on.
Thanks, trees from Lord of the Rings.
Of course.
What was it? Treebeard? Thanks, Treebeard. God, I wish I would have remembered that faster.
Yes.
Yeah. My tree definitely has a beard.
By the way, Tolkien,
Yeah.
there's a tree with a beard, and he named it Treebeard.
Wait a minute. The guy from South Park?
No,
My buddy?
no.
Did you give my South Park?
Oh, yeah.
I did,
Brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
Thank you,
Brilliant.
thank you.
Great bit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Treebeard.
Yeah. That's what they call him? I've never seen those
They're so good.
nerdy
They're very,
movies.
The
very
first
good.
three are so good.
Yeah.
You went there, Bonus.
I did go there. Yes,
Yeah.
I went to.
Hoth?
No,
Yeah, Star Wars.
no,
You went
that's
to
all
David
right.
Hasselhoff's house?
Yeah, he did.
Middle Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Middle Earth.
Middle
Nerd.
Earth. man.
I wish Sauce would go to the middle of this earth.
Yeah, me too.
I died.
Die in the hot magma.
Liquid hot,
Hot
magma.
You want me
Magma.
dead?
Yes. How many times do I have to say it?
No, honestly, I want you to be legendary. You'd be the first person to ever get to the center of the earth.
Yeah.
What
Right?
if
It's never happened.
what if I
You'd be
survived
first.
that?
You wouldn't.
But like what if I did?
You can't.
What if the Lord was like, you know what? I'm gonna spare this child.
I mean,
To punish.
yeah.
To punish the rest
him.
of us.
Yeah, that sounds more like the work of the devil.
Yeah, it does. You're right. That's a good point.
You know?
Friend of the devil is a friend of his.
Yeah.
Liquid hot.
You are correct.
It kind of is, yeah. And
What's the Ely story?
yeah, so check this out. Ely's way up
That's
north.
my job.
It is up there.
So you were saying something about Ely?
Yeah. Like if you were to, you wanted to go to Ely, you'd have to go past Duluth, past Lutzen, past Hibbing, past Grand Marais even. It's way up
Really?
there.
Okay.
And if you live up there and you drive an ambulance, you know, just like everywhere where you drive an ambulance, there's lots of things you got to be careful about. But let's add in the bull moose.
Ooh.
Officials say an Ely area ambulance collided with a bull moose. The emergency vehicle hit the animal on Monday, killed the moose. Damn. State Patrol said the collision near Ely sent the southbound ambulance into a ditch just after midnight on Highway 169. That tells you how far 169 goes, by the way. Right? Think about that. The Ely area ambulance service driver was not injured, but there were possible injuries to two people riding in the ambulance. It's not bad enough that you're in the back of an ambulance for some reason. Now there's a moose who won't get out of the road.
That's a huge bitch.
Can you imagine hitting a moose at full speed on 169? Those
Man.
things are huge.
Yeah, that'd be greasy.
Now I'm distracted by the moose story and I'm thinking about 169. Like, is that
It can't
That can't be the same
Of
one.
course
No.
it is. 100%
Is it
is.
really?
Absolutely. It goes all
Oh
up
yeah,
and down.
there it goes.
Yeah, man. It goes
Through
all the way up
Hibbing,
and all the way down.
no kidding?
Yeah, man.
through Chisholm,
All right, be cool, dude.
through Virginia,
What
Minnesota.
was that moose doing? There must be a
Through-
lot of that.
Yeah,
He's a big old bull moose.
it goes
Got
through.
about as much testosterone as I do.
Hey, it goes through Tower. Scene Bear lives up by Tower.
I did
Nobody
not think that. I
cares.
did not think that word was going to end with osterone.
It goes through Pila.
From Hunger Games?
It goes through Sudan.
Oh my God, I don't think it goes that far, bro.
Yeah,
No,
there's a
that's,
town
that's the other
called
side
that.
of the earth, buddy.
It goes through Tower. I said that.
Yeah, you sure did.
It goes to Canada.
It does. That's correct.
Robinson. Dock on Wheels.
Oh my God.
Pillow Rock.
on wheels.
Pillow Rock.
Yeah, that's your wrestling name.
Yeah, it's a very sleepy style of music.
Brilliant. Well played. See, that's funny.
All right, so the moose is dead.
Moose
a
is
couple
dead.
of people in the ambulance were hurt.
Yes, they were. Yeah, 169, middle of the night, driving along. And there's a moose.
Big moose.
Man, I've only seen one in the wild one time, and it was in Colorado, and it's incredible. It's incredible. I've told the story 50 times. I'll tell it 51. I thought it was a statue of a moose because I didn't believe anything that big could really be alive. And he was standing beside the road, and I said, "Look, Alex, there's a statue of a moose." And then that son of a bitch crossed the road. I couldn't believe it. I never got to ask him
Hello.
For what?
to go to a Pillow Rock concert
Good for him,
at
man.
Red Rocks. Yeah, he's got good taste in music. You ever seen one in the wild core?
I don't know. I was just thinking about that same thing. I don't know if I have.
They are incredibly big. Incredibly big. And it's one thing to see them like, in I don't know if they have them in
Zoo or
zoos
something,
whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
right. But to see one just hanging around because that's where he lives, wow. Son of a bitch.
Well,
You've
maybe
seen them, right,
maybe one of these days I'll have to drive past Sudan, Tower, Pillow Rock,
Chisholm,
Chisholm.
Hibbing,
Yep, all of
Eveleth.
them.
Gibbert.
Yeah, now you're just naming people you've dated.
No. Oh, yeah. I didn't see the L there.
Nobody cares.
Marble, Chlororian.
My God.
I have been meaning to ask you, what are metachlorians?
God, you hate that movie.
What is the dumbest line of that whole
It's
movie?
pretty bad.
Little things are splinters under your fingernails.
Oh,
aren't
God.
They really
Yeah.
are.
And
It's a $1 billion franchise. Hire better writers, right?
He writes it
Yeah.
himself, doesn't he?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Seemed like it's worked out for him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sauce, when we come back,
Yes.
I have a serious, non-sarcastic sports question that I'd like to run by the group. John Bonus, you like basketball, right?
Sure.
I have a basketball question.
was at the
for
game.
For the you two fellas. After this. Front Page Sports in a second on the Fan.
Good one, Paul.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
From the 1-800 Ask Gary Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Gens Ryan Heating, Cooling, Plumbing. Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Man, what is wrong with this mic? Same problem as the other day. What's going on here? It's working now. Just got to hit the on button 15 times. I wonder what happened. I wonder what PA did.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What did I say again? Oh, yeah, Holiday Station Stores. For a limited time, buy 3 Monsters for just $8. Mix and match any flavors you want. At Holiday, Monster's the best, right? The Zero Ultras are my jam, but if you like the juice flavors, great. If you like the regular ones, great. This is America. Get whatever you want, but get it at Holiday, 3 for $8.
Holiday Wales.
All right, here's the news, and here's my question, all right? I'm very self-aware. I love that I'm making it a big deal that we're actually going to talk serious sports.
Yeah.
Even if it's 90 seconds.
Well, if we're lucky, we'll be talking serious sports pretty soon, all the time.
Well played.
See what you did there?
Thank you.
The Nuggets, 125-113 over the Timberwolves. So the Wolves still lead the series. Now it's 3-2. Just not great, obviously, last night. At one point, I think the Nuggets led by something like 27. Speaking of 27, the Joker had 27 points in a triple-double. He had 16 assists, 12 rebounds. Jamal Murray, 24. Spencer Jones killed us.
Who?
No, he was down at the New Amsterdam, and Spencer Jones struck up a conversation, and he was like, hey, look, I only averaged 5.5 points a game in the regular season. Well, he had 20 last night, including 7 of 9 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3.
Yeah.
Was he the guy talking to that yellow-haired girl?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. The same one.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I love yellow hairs.
So Randall had 27, Io had 18, McDaniels had 13 and got booed every time he touched the ball. And I think he missed 3 or 4 threes, and every time he bricked a 3, they just erupted in Denver. And it looked like it was bothering him. Maybe it wasn't. That was just body language. Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. But it looked like it was getting to Jaden a little bit. So I don't know. He seems to embrace the heel role.
Yeah, he said that yesterday.
I think he does, but I don't know. It didn't seem like he was maybe at his top game yesterday. Maybe it was getting to him. I don't know.
Sure.
That's maybe just human instinct. All right, anyway, so here's the deal. Only 13, normally I would do the match game music, only 13 of 298 teams ever have come back if they have trailed 3-1 in a series. So it's super rare, right? This is a window of opportunity because 2 major injuries, right? So this is a different series.
Right.
But here's my old question for you guys who love basketball as much as I once did and partially do.
So Bonus and I?
Saw us multiple times this year on Twitter. You've basically been like, blow this garbage up. Like, I can't wait to trade Julius Randle. Like, this team is trash. Like, let's blow it up and start over, right?
Man.
Correct?
I have said that.
Multiple times, right?
My goodness.
Now, let me ask you this. If Ant and Dante had stayed healthy, give me the confidence level, percent chance they would have gone on to win this series.
Well, they would have won last night. So 90?
So they would have, right?
Yeah.
They would have done it. Are these 2 injuries going to force Tim Connolly to blow this thing up? When now we might not be sure. Like, let's say they come back. Let's say they lose. Let's say they lose these next 2 and we truly lose this series 4-3 because we're not fully manned.
Oh.
Then everything they told us all season long about, well, they believe they can just flip that to playoff basketball, playoff Ant, playoff Rudy, playoff Randall. They think they can flip the switch and do it.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like that's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so if they did play possum, they did the rope-a-dope the whole regular season, and they were frustrating as hell, and it didn't look like they were taking it seriously. They just said, we've been there, we've done that. We've gone to the Western Conference Finals 2 years. We can do it again. It looked like they were right.
Yes.
So, if they bomb out and Denver wins these last 2.
Hold on, please. Hold on.
Mercy.
Okay, thank you.
Do you blow it up?
That's a good question, Court.
Whoa. Calm down.
And I know that you said I would have a well-thought-out answer.
That was being sarcastic.
No, I'm well aware of your sarcasm at this point in my career in life.
Your career in life?
And life.
Oh, got it.
They don't have that many guys becoming free agents.
Well, DeSumo is, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
It's DeSumo?
Yep.
Okay.
And you got to back up the Brinks truck for that, dude.
You do.
Whatever it takes.
And if you can't, and he leaves,
Especially with
and goes,
Dante out for all of next year,
Yeah.
essentially with the Achilles.
And
Gotta
I
have IO.
I would assume, and I don't know, Hawk might know, I think in the NBA you can trade injured players. I think. And, I mean, it depends. It depends on how this series goes. If they are like non-factors.
Well, what are you going to get for Dante if he's out for an entire calendar year? What are they going to give you? Nothing?
It's a salary bit, though, at that point. It depends. If Randall, if they kind of roll over and they aren't competitive, I didn't see the game last night, so I have no idea. But like if on Thursday when we're up at Grandview and they're non-competitive and Randall plays bad and Randall's turning the ball over and Randall's forcing shots.
What about Randall?
I think it might be the end for him regardless of how this goes. I think there's a lot of frustration with Randall.
So blowing it up is not necessarily like let's swing giant for a freak trade, Greek freak trade, and have to trade 3 or 4 people. You're saying, do we just dump Julius Randle?
I think,
and make the dynamic at the top.
But I think you're going to get outbid for DeSumo.
You don't think he's coming back?
No, I think you'll get outbid by on him. Yeah, I just think there's a lot of teams that need.
Yeah, us.
Yeah,
we're
but
one
I
of
think
them.
they're going to get outbid. But let's just say they don't.
Hang on, did somebody tell you that?
No.
Why do you think they're going to get
Who
outbid?
told you that?
Nobody.
I thought part of the point of trading for him was that we'd have the inside track on keeping.
So, yeah,
Is
don't
that
you get his early
incorrect?
bird rights or however that works?
I don't know how any of that
Yeah, I don't know.
works.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah,
But
that's
like
what
last
does
night,
basketball.
he had 18 points. He was 7 of 14, 3 of 5 from 3.
Top of your head.
Yes, correct. He was a minus 17, right? So just a short answer to your question.
Jesus.
This
is a short answer?
I'm sorry I talked too long. Yes, I think they'll blow it up.
They blow it up.
We got 3.5 hours to kill. Let
Johnny
them go.
Bones, you think they blow it up or not? If they lose this series.
So by blow it up, when you guys say blow it up, I think, blow it up. Like that's not trying to get better. That's trying to get worse.
A reset, right.
You know what
Around
I mean?
Ant.
I don't think there's any reason to try and get worse.
Right.
There's no reason to blow it up. Does that mean they would not make a significant big trade? Like
Randall
or like trading
Randall
or like trading
Randall.
Cat away for
Randall
for 3 different guys, right?
Right.
No, because we've seen Conley do that over and over and over again. So I could believe they could include a couple of big names for another big name.
Ant?
No, I don't think Ant would be one
I
of the
think
big names
Ant's
they would
untouchable.
include. But I mean,
Nas.
I feel like Jaden McDaniels has become sort of the identity of this team in a lot of ways at this point. Whatever way he kind of goes, the team's kind of going. I wouldn't be shocked to see him included in if they were trying to make a big swing. But I mean, it's got to be I think it's got to probably be a pretty big swing.
I know they're different players, but does IO's emergence minimize the Nas Reed factor?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, Hawk, I'm reading your notes.
I think
These are
what
very well
what
thought
mostly
out.
has minimized the Nas Reed factor is Nas Reed's shoulder.
Yeah,
Right now,
there is
he
that.
just
there's that.
hasn't. I mean, I think we're probably
got
a little
sunshine
more
on
down
him.
on him now than we should be.
And my guess is IO's going to want to be a starter now, and with Dante out, he's going to be moving forward. But he's
And I was more of
He's
a
earned it now.
guard than a forward. Like
for sure.
Nas,
I'm saying
right?
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're the same position or the same
Right.
player. I'm just talking about like when this team was fully healthy, Io was supposed to be the jack of all trades, the
Right.
Dante
Yeah.
DiVincenzo of the bench, right? Efficient offensive player, good defensive player, scrappy plays, all that stuff. Well, now he's a starter for the next year.
Yes.
If we keep Io, I hate to talk basketball with you guys, but if we keep Io, can we get him an endorsement deal with OVO?
Or
I like
are they
that.
willing to change the name to Io LASIK and Lens
Yeah.
and then just have
That
his
seems-
face be on the wall,
Or can we do a hokey commercial where we just end all these words in O that don't need to be?
such as
Bruh.
Like you should
Uma.
fix your Euro IO.
Oh,
it's like a pig
O
Latin a little
IO
bit.
Yeah.
at OVO.
I think the angle should be that Io is trying to convince OVO to change their name to Io. And they're like, no.
Sauce, do you have a good idea
Me?
for OVO's marketing?
No, I think they're doing great what they're doing.
No, but I mean for comedic effect, just try.
He wasn't listening.
No, I was. I-O, eyes. We should end everything in an I. It's like a pig Latin thing.
There we go.
Yeah, fully retained it.
I heard it. I didn't retain it.
You didn't enjoy it.
Like
our listeners.
I don't have any notes. I think you guys do great.
Thanks.
What would you do, Core? Not with the LASIK thing, with the Wolves.
LASIK?
I don't know, man. I think this team looked like they were ready to compete again and do it again. It's crazy. We thought they were lying to us. I think they were telling the truth the whole time.
Yeah.
I think they play well enough in the regular season to not be in the play-in.
Isn't it true, though, that in basketball, like every team has one player they can't live without?
Yep.
And Ant just happens to be the one on our team.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Right.
don't know.
Call the season off.
Part of what
Sucks, man.
Part of what
Yeah.
happens with a championship year is you get lucky.
Yes.
You don't get
Thanks,
key
Loverboy.
injuries in the middle of the.
How about the Wolves
At
in
the end of the
03 or whatever, right?
Right.
Like if
Sam
what happens if
Cassell.
Sam Cassell doesn't get hurt, maybe we win that series. I
Well,
mean,
he shouldn't have had big balls.
Maybe.
Maybe. Could I see it possibly? Maybe. We'll never know.
It's a big balls problem, and we all know.
Butterfly effect, baby. You know? We'll never know.
Yeah, man.
IO to OVO.
I like that.
Me too.
And then he could sell like Oreos. Like Girl Scout cookies, but just
Or
Oreos.
Brillo.
Now you're being ridiculous.
And you
Yeah,
can-
now you're
when-
being
does-
weird.
When they introduce him, do they play IO, IO, it's off to work we go?
They do not. I can confirm.
I don't
like
know
that
why
idea.
they don't.
That's
though.
not bad.
I have ideas about basketball.
Mm-hmm.
What is that Chili Peppers song that like Hey-O?
Yeah, there you go.
Creeping death.
What about
Yeah, Snow. There you go.
What
well, I
about-
mean, we can play Informer some other time. I was talking about the Chili Peppers.
well played? What
God, I
about
love
that?
Informer.
What's that song about?
What's that song? What's that song? What's that song?
What's that song?
What's that song? Thanks, those two twins with the fat two faces.
Are you talking about Tarzan Boy?
Yes, Tarzan Boy should be played.
Who sang Tarzan Boy again?
Def Leppard.
No.
Banana. No,
No, not Bananarama.
They were a one-hit wonder.
They sure were.
That song bangs, though.
Hang on. Don't tell me if Zach's looking it up. What the hell was the name of that? Tarzan Boy was by... Tell me the first letter if you Google
That'll
it.
give it away.
Oh, really?
It's one word.
One word.
Jesus.
Tarzan Boy. Just say it.
Baltimora.
I meant the letter.
Oh,
My God.
I thought you meant the band. B.
I would not have got
I've
it.
never ever heard the name
I
of that
wouldn't
band.
have got it if you
You
said the B.
like that song. That song's not bad.
Baltimore. I didn't know there was a band called Baltimore.
Yeah, I did not remember that.
That song Wales, though. I think it was in one of the Ninja Turtle movies. Let me look that up here.
Take your time.
That would make sense. That it would be in a Ninja Turtle movie.
Yeah, Tarzan Boy.
Yeah,
Yep.
makes sense. to
I
me.
wonder, was it in Disney's Tarzan? No, I think it was in a Ninja Turtles movie.
It was in Scream.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was in Scream 2.
Yep. As
Or
well.
maybe it wasn't. Yeah. Not Hawk's favorite. You like the third one, right, Hawk?
Best of them all.
Yeah.
I think it was in The Wire.
Also, great show. Should have been. It's a great song.
I mean, the band's name is Baltimora.
Great point.
What really matters is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show with John Bonus on the Fan.
The Fan.
that's cool. Yeah, man. Hey, Zacho. One of the bands on that Black Label Society record, or I should say on that concert, opening for them, one of the bands is Zach Sabbath. That's Zach Wilde as well. It's his Black Sabbath cover band. So he's opening for himself at that show.
Paul, your hands up.
Do you know who loves Zach Wilde?
Hold on, let me guess. Can I make an educated guess?
Of course.
Paul Rubens.
I mean, maybe.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Like loves him.
All right, ready?
Is it Mark Rosen?
Yes.
Ready?
Hawk got it. Yeah.
Tree.
No.
Ski club pad.
Maybe, but that's not the correct answer.
Luke.
No.
Scene bear.
No.
Not the Beezer either.
No.
Is it?
Garlar.
Probably not.
What?
A guy who used to come into the cigar shop I worked at.
I don't think so.
My grandpa.
No, I'm sure he hated that band.
Dov.
No, Dov hates that band. Do you want me to just tell you?
I'm completely out of buttons.
Yeah, who else could it be? Dov? You didn't say Dov. You said Dov. Who could it be then? Your papa?
One of your high school buddies, though.
One of my high school buddies' brother.
Oh.
So Marlar?
No,
How in the sweet
that's my cousin.
Phil D'Agony?
Phil D'Agony loves that band.
How was I supposed to guess Phil D'Agony?
Wait a minute. Phil D'Agony's not in the circle? He's outside the circle?
No, he's in the circle, but we don't have a button for Phil D'Agony.
We should.
Smidium's brother loves Zach Wilde.
Phil D?
That's got to be in the book.
Like loves him. Like that
No
black and white bullseye guitar that he plays, he has one of
I
those.
don't know
That
what you're talking about. Maybe I should have just
Hawk
asked Phil
probably
D'Agony.
knows.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing Randy Rose played. Hey,
Yeah,
real quick.
correct, yeah.
Is it Phil D as in Phildy?
Wasn't there a
Phil D?
Isn't there a poker player named Phil D'Agony?
No.
Oh, well, that's where Dov got it. Dov
Can you
calls him
please
Phil
answer my
D'Agony.
question? I'm writing a book.
Go ahead.
It Phil D or is it Phil
Phil
D?
D'Agony.
Middle initial D or like a D with an apostrophe?
Like a D with an apostrophe.
So his last name's D'Agony?
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Give me the white out, please. His last name is D'Agony.
Yes, sir.
That's
D
actually pretty
apostrophe agony.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. And he loves Zach Wilde and Zach
I
Wilde's
wish I
band.
could rename my band to Phil D'Agony. Because people would say, is your name Phil? And I'd be like, no. Just like people would say, is your name Hootie? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was no Hootie in the Blowfish.
No.
And there would be no Phil in Phil D'Agony.
But it'd be
People
genius.
would be like, man, I remember that name.
Then they'd call you Phil.
I know. Phil? This is incredible stuff. And I'm sorry, what band were we talking about again?
Black Label Society and Zach Wilde.
Garlar.
No, not Garlar. Garlar's probably terrified of that music.
Oh.
Let's do What Really Matters, brought to you by Ovo LASIK and Lens.
Hawk's almost done.
Probably the future home of IO LASIK and Lens, because Ovo probably loves IO.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Dr. Mark
Appreciate
Lobanov
that.
and Dr.
Good
David
stuff.
Whiting. Go get LASIK from Ovo LASIK and Lens.
Thanks, Hawk.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Bonus, let's start with you because we already talked Wolves.
Yeah, let's go.
Finally, the Twins got back on track offensively. 11-4, they beat the Mariners. Home runs by Buxton and Clemens. Clemens drove in 5 runs. And something called Connor Prelip, is that how you said?
Connor Prelip.
Connor Prelip
From
was
Tomah, Wisconsin.
was the Twins' number 5 prospect to start the season, according to ESPN.com. At least the story that I read this morning. Got his first Major League Baseball win. 5 innings, just 1 hit, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts. Tonight at Target Field against Seattle again, Joe Ryan.
That's correct. Connor Prelip was called up when Mick Abel was put on the injured list. Connor Prelip was probably the top Twins prospect. He was top Twins prospect on Twins Daily's prospect list as well. He's somebody that they drafted, I want to say like 4 years ago. The only reason they got him, and they got him in the second round, is because he had some arm injury problems. And then immediately he debuted and had an arm injury problem, got shut down. I think he had Tommy John surgery again or something like that, something serious. And so they've been really careful about his workload to the point where basically treated him with absolute kid gloves. Even last year, gradually moved him up from like 50 pitches in a game to 75 to 80 pitches in a game. This year, he's just been a starter at St. Paul, and he's been really good. He has a slider that is so good that everybody knows he's going to throw the slider all the time to both sides of the plate, both hitters, and people don't hit it. It was the weirdest. It was a weird game to watch. You just be watching slider, whether it's to a left-handed hitter or a right-handed
Sauce's
hitter.
order at White Castle.
Oh, hell yeah. I get the chicken ring sandwiches.
Double cheese sliders.
Garlar.
And Garlar.
Anyway, he looked very good, and they let him stay in for the. He was kind of on the ropes there. He was also, I think, probably at his pitch limit, and maybe even above it, because I don't think he'd ever thrown as many pitches in a game as a professional as he did last night. But I think they wanted to get him through 5 so he could get the win. And he did a nice job. Held them to 2 runs, and then on the other side, the Twins' offense came alive in part because Luis Castillo of the Mariners, who's a hell of a pitcher, just looked like he did not want to be there last night, which I don't blame him. I didn't want to be there last night either, and in fact, I wasn't there last night because it was miserable. And it wasn't just one big outburst. It was they kept scoring all night long. It was great.
Do you guys say White Castle or White Castle? Because I just realized in the previous sentence about 35 seconds ago, I said it the opposite way that I normally say it. Like I emphasized the wrong word, at least the way I say it.
I say White Castle.
White Castle.
I'd say White Castle, yeah.
Not White Castle.
White Castle. I say it that way.
Right.
White Castle. How do you say it?
Let's go to White Castle. Or do I say, let's go to White Castle? I think
tell
I'd
you
probably
this.
do it that way.
I learned last night while watching this fantastic documentary about Sitting Bull on Netflix. It's Dakota, not Dakota. Dakota.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, well, you can be against
The
Native Americans.
Dakotas.
That's fine.
Marnie's from that area.
The
Yeah.
Dakotas.
right.
Dakotas.
Dakota.
Well, Zachary, do you say White Bear Lake or White Bear Lake? Just put the emphasis on the other word.
Well done.
There's 3 options. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could emphasize lake.
Do.
Ooh, like a little ramp. But what really matters is this.
We've all heard of the mutiny on the Bounty. But it happened on this day in 1789.
I don't know anything about it.
Let's talk.
Just know that phrase.
Yeah. 3 weeks into a journey from Tahiti to the West Indies, the HMS Bounty was seized in a mutiny led by Fletcher Christian, who was the master's mate.
Christian and boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Great song.
Great Night Ranger song.
Great point. Let's play it.
Oh, we can't.
Captain William Bligh and his 18
Yes.
loyal supporters.
Sepoitas.
Yeah, they were from Boston. Were set adrift in a small open boat, and then the Bounty took off without them. But here's the rest of the story. In December of 1787, the Bounty left England for Tahiti. Do you guys know where Tahiti is? South Pacific. Okay.
Hold on, let me look it up.
It was to collect cargo of breadfruit saplings. They were going to transport those to the West Indies. After a 10-month journey, you heard what I said, 10 months, the Bounty finally arrived in Tahiti in October of 1788. Remained there for 5 months. Because, if you're going to take 10 months to get somewhere, you might as well enjoy the place. On Tahiti, the crew enjoyed an idyllic life, reveling in the comfortable climate, lush surroundings, and hospitality of the Tahitians. Fletcher Christian, the mate, fell in love with the Tahitian woman. Of course he did.
Oh, God, here we go.
Better known as the Tahitian Treat.
Yeah, you know who loves Tahitian treat?
Oh, God.
This is an easy one.
I'm never going to
My
finish my
grandpa.
story.
No, Hawk knows.
I do, and your dad.
It's my dad, yeah.
Yeah, of course he does.
He loves Tahitian
He
treat.
loves the taste of things in his mouth.
Your mic's on.
Well, we all do.
As opposed to the taste of things in what?
His rectum.
No,
Scene bear.
not Luke. Not Scene
Tree.
Bear. No,
Ski club pad.
no.
I bet he does, though. On April 4th of 1789, the Bounty departed Tahiti. Even though everybody wanted to stay, it had its breadfruit saplings. Don't know what a breadfruit sapling is. I'm going to guess it's the tree. I don't know what a breadfruit is. Sounds good. I wonder if I can put peanut butter on it and get my courses of meals that I need. Anyway, back to me. Bligh, the captain, would fall prey to a total of 3 mutinies in his career, and this was one of them. Apparently, he was a bastard, a real bastard. So the crew put him adrift in an overcrowded 23-foot long boat in the middle of the Pacific. They thought, well, that guy's dead. But through remarkable seamanship,
Yep.
Bligh and his men reached Timor in the East Indies on June 14th of 1789. So they traveled in that open boat 3,600 miles. And when they got there, they found their way back to England. And you know what Bligh did? He said, damn it, I got a job to do. Got in another boat, went back to Tahiti, and got more breadfruit trees. That sumbitch was determined. Meanwhile,
And we complain about Amazon.
I know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine taking 10 months to get anywhere?
No, I'd
That's
quit.
a large part of your life,
Yeah, I'd quit.
right?
It was even a larger part of your life then.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Tony.
Great point. Great point. All right,
For
kids.
breadfruit,
Yeah.
saplings.
Guys, I got a job. I got to go. I'll be back in 2
Maybe.
years, maybe.
right,
with some
because round
breadfruit.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Plus, I'm going to get a little of that Tahitian strange. And so I might be bringing back some brothers and sisters that you guys haven't met yet.
Your mic's on. Can that be the name of the podcast? Tahitian Strange.
I think that's yesterday's podcast title too, probably.
You need help.
Anyway, but here's the deal. Christian, the guy who mutinied, of course you know what he was going back for.
That chick.
That's right. So they went back there, and then he picked him up, and then they tried to settle a bunch of different places. Couldn't find any place to settle. Once they finally did, half the crew had already left him. The half of the crew that left him were found by the English people somehow. How the hell do you find them? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Sent them back to England, hung those guys. Christian keeps on going. They finally find an island to settle on with their Tahitian babes and all their kids.
By the way, so here, stop there for a second.
Yeah.
Like, let's say there's a handful of people they're looking for, and like you said, it's unbelievable that they track them down at all.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like they have
Correct.
facial recognition
Yeah, why
software
don't you
when they
just say-
walk into casinos.
Right. Why don't you just say,
Right.
wasn't me?
That was exactly my point.
Right.
Can you imagine? Hey, are you Paul Lambert from the Mutiny? No, I'm Frank Thompson. Well, then
Yeah.
right this way, sir. Never mind.
I'm Phil
Would you-
Diagony.
Right.
It's not like, show me your ID.
Right.
Prove that. What's your social security number? It's like, my name's Bill.
Yeah.
Get
I'm
lost.
Bill.
What the
I'm
hell
Bill
are you talking
Zinfer.
about?
Were you
Leave
on
me
that?
alone.
Were you on that boat? Were you a part of the mutiny? No.
What's
No.
a boat?
I'm
What
just
mutiny?
hanging in Tahiti with this gal.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
I'm getting
getting
some,
I didn't
Go
do a
ahead.
mutiny on
I'm
the
getting some
bounty.
Tahitian treat.
Right.
Damn right. Get a little of that strange.
Again, when we talk about bank robberies from like 100 years ago, right? Babyface Nelson was like, tell him Babyface Nelson was here. Because he was like, they're not going to
Yeah.
catch me.
No.
This is in the 80s, you said?
Yes.
They just change your name. Or, since it's been 10 months, grow a beard.
Right.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that's John from the bounty. Go get that picture somebody painted of him and bring it out
Exactly.
here so I can
Right.
see if it looks like him.
I don't think that's him. Last time I saw him, he didn't have a beard. When'd you see him? Almost 2 years ago.
Yeah. Look at him.
Before this whole round trip back to
We'll
England.
move on to the next island then. He's got to be there.
Can't be him. This guy's glowing with that Tahitian strange.
This guy's banging a volleyball.
Oh, well, leave PA there.
Yeah.
And scene.
Real quick though, I'll finish up the story by saying this. So they finally found an island to settle on. They stayed there for 8 years. By the time they were found on this island, there was only one person left. His name was John Adams. The rest of them had killed each other.
Yeah.
This is the greatest story ever told.
This is crazy.
Lord of the
Right.
Flies.
Right.
If you're Christian and you want to just stay with the woman at Tahiti, why do you get back on the boat?
I guess.
Yeah, good point.
They mutinied because because the guy was such a bastard that he wouldn't let him stay.
Let you stay.
Yeah,
All right.
I know.
Thanks, Lisa Loeb.
Great song.
The Vikings exercised their fifth-year option on wide receiver Jordan Addison, so he's going to make $18 million in 2027. But of course, that also leaves open the option to just sign him to a long-term deal. But so for now, I think it's like 4 and change this year, 18 next year.
You know what option it also leaves open for him? More Chinese food at that casino.
Yep.
Let's go.
How is that casino?
It looks great from the outside where
Yeah.
I viewed it from.
Speaking of the Hard Rock, I'm pretty sure this is at the Hard Rock. I actually sent Ben a poker-related text last night. 1,400 players or something at this giant WPT, I believe at that casino, the Seminole Hard Rock in Florida. There's 16 players left, and in fourth place is NFL Hall of Famer Richard Seymour.
No way.
The dude's legit, man.
No kidding. I thought he was one of the guys who had problems with his brain.
I don't think so.
Oh, wow.
But
Good for him.
He is a
for him, man.
serious
That's
poker
awesome.
player. He takes it very
Are
serily.
you
So,
suggesting poker players can't have something wrong with their brain? Because
well, we're all
There's
degenerate
plenty-
gamblers, but like Seymour takes it super seriously.
Okay.
And he's a Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer in the NFL.
Man,
He's
that's
one of the
awesome.
greats. So
He was a monster.
he's a monster.
Yeah, he was great.
So 4th and chips with 16 to go. Let's go. I'm cheering for Richard. Why not? Right?
Yeah,
Let's see
yeah,
it
go
happen.
get him, man.
Go get him.
Get after it.
Yeah, go get him. More of what really matters after this Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
From the 1-800 Ask Gary
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Power Trip Morning Show. Here's Finchy on what went wrong for your Timberwolves last night.
Not handling the physicality well, just trying to plow through it. Just kind of, that and just a lot of just silly forced plays by guys trying to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, well, it's not over yet. It just looks a little dicey. And I think we all feel that if Ant and Dante were there, this series would be ours.
Question
but
is,
now it might not be.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unusual that up 3-1 you drop a game to a fired up team that's got their back against the wall in Game 5 like that. It's just that, as you're watching that game, you're wondering, what are we going to do different, on Thursday night at home, other than have the crowd behind you? Because they just lost two really good players, and Io is one guy. And that leaves you a gap both offensively and defensively. And they definitely, you could feel that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, more of what really matters, scores and stats around the world of sports. Chris will change your life with something else. Tonight, Game 5, the Wild are at Dallas. That series is tied at 2. Zuccarello and Trenyon both practiced yesterday. John Hines was playing pretty coy. He said they're questionable. He said, we'll know more in the morning. My guess is he knows really strongly about both of them, but still, we'll see. Game 5 tonight. Game 6 is Thursday night in St. Paul. And then, if necessary, Game 7 is Saturday in Dallas. Let's hope it's not necessary.
Yeah, let's hope it's not.
So that's tonight, right here on The Fan. You're home for whatever.
Watch party at Grand Casino Arena tonight if you want to go watch it with some Wild fans, 7 o'clock.
Is it okay if I only have an Apple Watch? Because I don't have any fancy stuff.
That doesn't count, man. I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's okay. I don't mind. It's okay.
But what really matters is this.
Moose. They're huge. Bull moose.
What?
They stand 5 to 7 feet tall. They weigh around 1,500 pounds. Characterized by massive antlers.
That's a huge bitch.
Did you know they shed those antlers every year and grow new ones every year? I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
Thank you. They're big uns. You know how I often, I guess not often, but I've said this before. I always think of weird things like, aren't you glad on days like yesterday when it's raining and the world smells of worms? Aren't you glad we can't hear worms scream? Because it would be cacophonous.
Yeah.
Paul?
On a day like yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Your thoughts on the potential overwhelming shrieks of a worm drowning, getting crushed, dying, suffocating?
Yeah.
Just worm screams in general. Your thoughts?
A, that would be a great band name.
Worm screams?
Yeah. B, that would, as Hawk said, I don't think you could go outside.
Why?
It would be so loud.
How do you know they're screaming loudly?
Oh, I would assume. But let me ask you this question. My counterpoint to your point. Isn't every scream by definition loud?
Well, relatively speaking. Maybe a human scream is significantly more decibels than a worm scream.
But I think
to the point where we could hear a worm screaming, that means at least it's making some noise.
But I think the screams would add up like a crowd. Mm-hmm. One person yelling in a stadium, you're not going to really hear, right?
Fair.
60,000 people yelling in a stadium at once is very loud and is a
especially if they're drowning on a sidewalk.
Is a clot of sound, right?
Yeah, clot of sound.
All comes together.
Yeah. So you're saying, without knowing how loud an individual worm scream is, a whole bunch of worms has to be super, super loud.
Yes.
So
not sure that's the case.
And my guess is that they do scream. We just have evolved to not hear that frequency because we couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, Kenneth.
Right? Worms scream. And by the way, I hate worms. They gross me out. John.
Do worms drown?
Sure they do.
You ever seen Saw swim?
They don't need air, right?
No, I'm not.
I don't know.
They're not breathing.
Aren't
Are they breathing?
What, don't they have hearts?
I don't know what worms do.
They breathe through their skin.
Gross.
They can survive submerged for days.
Gross.
They emerge during rain to travel faster above ground, but can drown if the water becomes stagnant and oxygen depleted.
Oh, I see. So they're doing good. They're using it. So yesterday,
they're screaming with delight when it rains.
Maybe they're going wee.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Well, that ruins my bit.
Sorry.
But I do hate worms. And because of that, I believe fish must hate themselves because they can't feel good about having to eat a worm.
What would you rather touch, a fish or a worm?
A fish, but I don't like either.
Sauce.
Yes,
Name
sir.
2 or more people with the nickname Worm.
The guy from Rounders.
Ed Norton.
And...
Come on, that was the hard one.
That was the hard one?
Yeah. Ooh, you're going to be mad at yourself.
Can I get a hint?
Yeah, the Worm.
Oh. Dennis Rodman. Sorry.
And worms
you
are
were
from
right.
Revenge of the Nerds. I don't know if it counts or not. Back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
Here's my point. We can't hear worms scream. But imagine if you could. And also imagine if moose were carnivores and we had to worry about them eating us.
That'd be terrifying.
Yes. They'd be much scarier than like a wolf or even a bear, I think. Because if you opened up your window and there was a bull moose coming at you and you knew he wanted to eat your ass.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think Melissa Etheridge would be singing a different song, right? I don't think she'd be thrilled about it.
Yeah, don't come to my window,
No.
Moosey.
Worm
That
screaming.
song wails.
The NBA is reportedly focusing on an 18-team lottery system to help curb tanking. This is not definitive yet, but this was an idea they pitched months ago, and now, according to sources, they're zoning in on this. They're honing in on this. Here's the proposal, John Bonus. Tell me if you like this or not. Right now, the worst teams, the 3 worst teams, all have a 14% chance of winning the number 1 overall pick.
Okay.
Which means they have an 86% chance of not getting the number 1 overall pick, but everybody forgets that every year when they're like, why didn't my team get it?
He's not telling you bonus because he knows you can do easy math.
That was when Sauce says it's rigged every year, even though
it's been rigged before.
There's no proof of that.
There's no proof it hasn't been.
That's the worst logic I've ever heard.
That's not bad logic.
It's terrible.
But how is it terrible?
Oof. So the worst, the proposal that they're throwing out there is that the worst 10 teams would all have an equal chance of getting the number 1 pick, which would be 8%.
Okay.
And then the other 20% would be somehow divided by the other 8 teams. So if you're if you're one of the worst 10 teams in the league, you'd have the quote the best chance of getting the number 1 overall pick. But think about this: we've come so far now. I think back in the day, wasn't it like something like a 25 to 30% chance?
I think you're right.
If you were the worst team, you had something like a 25% chance of getting the number 1 pick, which is still the underdog, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Still a 75% chance that you didn't. However, now we might be down to the 10 worst teams, including the worst team in the NBA, might only get an 8% chance to help curb tanking. Thoughts?
I mean, I guess the point is it doesn't matter whether you might as well try because you could be in one of the bottom 10 and still have a decent chance of winning it. Right?
Yeah. And let's flip it for a second, not to cut you off, but let's say those other 8 teams, right? Those other 8 teams that are like borderline play-in teams or whatever. If quote tanking, because you're like, well, geez, at best case scenario, we're going to make the play-in. Even if you quote tank,
right,
you might go from a 2 or 3% chance to an 8% chance, and that's a good jump. But in essence, you're still unbelievably unlikely. You're better off just trying to get into the play-in game and extending your season by a handful of games.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't hate that plan. I mean, what you're always where it always kind of falls down is like somebody's like, hold it, they were a pretty good team and they won the lottery and now they get this number 1 pick. Like that's why they end up, that's why they ended up trying to make it. It seems to kind of go back and forth on that because somehow the 17th worst team that just missed the postseason ends up with the number 1 pick suddenly, and now they're a dynasty. And everybody's like, well, we got to figure out some way that doesn't happen. So
it's part of the variance, though, right? That's why it's a lottery.
Yep, that's right.
But what really matters is this.
On April 28th of 1988, a seemingly routine flight, 35 minutes from Hilo to Honolulu, turned into terror when an 18-foot-long section of the upper fuselage suddenly tore off. Aloha Airlines Flight 243.
Sully.
Yeah. The explosive decompression and roof loss swept flight attendant CB Clarabelle Lansing off the Boeing 737.
Yikes.
Sent freezing winds of hurricane force through the cabin and left passengers in the first 5 rows completely exposed to the sky. Miraculously, that's not the right word, miraculously,
That's pretty good.
Captain Robert Schornsteimer landed the plane in Maui with no further deaths.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The bizarre incident happened about 20 minutes into the flight at 24,000 feet with 95 passengers and crew members on board. The 300-mile-per-hour wind was so noisy that the pilots had difficulty communicating in the cockpit. The flight attendants couldn't get into the cockpit to see if they were even alive or to bring them Diet Cokes. Passengers under the missing roof had no access to oxygen tubing and became incapacitated with hypoxia. Passenger William Flanagan, traveling on an anniversary trip to Hawaii with his wife, said this was the best part of my marriage. If that tells you anything about it.
No.
And then he got real. Flight attendant Lansing was just announcing last call before descent when a gaping hole opened, and then the
Fuck.
The center.
What? What does Matt Burke have to do with this?
Experts said that had nothing to do with the plane's roof ripping off, but he understood why people thought it might have. The gaping hole opened explosively in the roof. She was handing my wife a drink, the dude said, and then whoosh, she would go. Their hands had just touched when it happened.
Jeez.
Yeah. Captain Schornsteimer began an emergency descent, flying the crippled jet over mountains to get there. Passengers later interviewed felt certain they would die, but the captain successfully made the landing after flying 13 terrifying minutes in a damaged craft.
We just said it's a good thing we can't hear worms scream.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody heard that gal screaming.
No.
Because they were screaming and she was falling.
Yeah. It's the most remarkable flying events in history, said this one guy. No airplane has ever landed with that amount of damage. The only thing that was holding the forward section cockpit to the rest of the fuselage were the door beams. They were hanging by a thread. The NTSB investigation determined that the airline's maintenance crew did not detect significant disbanding and fatigue damage on the plane's skin lap splice. I don't know what that means. Anyway, they had to increase
damage.
Yeah. They had to increase oversight for fatigue damage on planes after this. I want to know more about Clarabelle Lansing, so I'm going to look that up during this break because she's the lady who got sucked out of the plane. Yeah. I wonder if she was okay.
When you talk to pilots of planes, they talk about how mostly what their job is, because the plane can basically fly itself, is trying to think ahead of what can go wrong. Like you're kind of managing a however long flight there is to, what if this catastrophic thing goes wrong, what are my options? If this catastrophic thing goes wrong, what are my options? Right. Like you spend 3 hours with your 3-hour trip just training like, okay, if something goes terribly wrong, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? That's what you're doing for most of those 3 hours.
Right.
I can't imagine, like, there's no way you're anticipating if we start to descend and the roof rips off of this thing randomly, what do we do?
Well, right. Think ahead.
Yeah. Be prepared, as they said in Lion King.
Where's Clarabelle?
I don't know, Marnes. Where do you think? She got just sucked out of the plane. She's falling from 24,000 feet.
You should see the pictures of this son of a bitch.
Clarabelle?
No, the plane.
Well, she's in the ocean.
Yeah,
the only fatality was 58-year-old Chief Flight Attendant Clarabelle, a veteran of 37 years, swept out of the plane while standing near the 5th row. Her body never found. What if she made it?
Yeah.
Ended up in Tahiti?
Think about that. She was 4 rows behind Rosen.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
when she
'cause-
got sucked out of the plane.
Well, he can't sit and coach because of his knees.
Yeah. It's open to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Is he back yet?
I don't think so.
I hope not, because
Oh, no.
I hope he's not back, because if you saw him post on Instagram a handful of days ago,
I love that you screenshotted it, or somebody screenshotted
sure
it
did.
and sent it to you.
he posted a picture of Tuscany. Because remember,
beautiful.
He said, "Arrivederci, Rome." He was
Yeah.
off to Tuscany.
Yeah, Tuscany's beautiful. I've been there.
And a handful of days ago, he posted a picture of Tuscany, and he said, "The view in Tuscany does allow a true exhale from all of our stress."
Yeah.
First of all, who talks like that? Just talk like a
Shel
normal human
Silverstein.
being.
Yeah.
And it must be rough.
Can I ask an
A lot of
important
stress.
question?
Yep.
What stress?
Oh, the stress of both worlds.
Yeah, but Rosie's got a great life. I don't think Rosie's got a lot of
The
stress.
view in Tuscany does allow a true exhale from all of our stress.
Yeah, stress, man.
Wait, were we all there?
No, it's available to anybody.
He brought us there.
Yeah, we were there.
I did feel like I was there. I felt like I was eating the food of Chef Giancarlo.
Rate that among your
should
meals.
have taken all of us on draft day should have taken a picture with John and just said, "This is the best meal
mean-
I've ever had." That was a missed opportunity by us.
Marty Gellner is here. John Bonus is here. This is the Power Trip
Greg Gas
Morning
coming
Show.
in a little bit as well. By
That's
the way.
right, at
Don't
8
forget.
o'clock.
Yeah, that's
8
right.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
From the 1-800 Ask Gary traffic
Never miss your chance to know what the latest sports news is in town, chances to win tickets, and knowing what is going on with all of your favorite KFAN shows. You can follow KFAN 1003 on all of our social channels like Instagram, TikTok, and X. Also, subscribe on the YouTube channel, stay connected, and follow the sports leader, KFAN.
You got that right, Marnie. Sorry, I was talking to Marnie. Hi, Marnie.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Hi. Good morning.
You're so right.
I know. Thank you.
It's controversial,
You
don't get me
are
wrong,
so right.
but you're right. I don't think you should say it on the air, though.
And you probably shouldn't use that word.
I would agree with you. Yep. I think that's probably
On
right.
or off the air. I mean, that's pretty old-fashioned.
That's
Say
right.
so.
But you're right. I mean, when we're talking about sauce, there's only one word you can use.
Oh.
Let's do the news.
Wow. Jeez.
KFAN
No, you're
News
right.
with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
In all seriousness, I would love to know what word you guys were thinking. Anyway, thank you, and we love you, St. Paul Saints. Do we love them? Yes, we do.
Sure.
How about you? The St. Paul Saints return home to begin a 6-game series against the Iowa Cubs at CHS Field this morning, 11:07. Boney, you're probably going. Saints are off to an 11-15 start. John Klein takes the mound for St. Paul today. First pitch,
Minnesota's
11:07.
own
That's right.
John
That's right.
Klein.
Where's he from?
I don't remember.
Minnesota. He just
Ely.
said.
'Cause I was watching for a second the Flyers Penguins last night,
Yes.
and they said, "Hey, blah blah blah, Alex Bump," and I'm like, "How do I know that name?"
Yes.
And then I Googled it, and it was the kid that scored 90 goals in one high school hockey game here for Prior Lake
Prior
5
Lake.
years ago.
Yeah,
There he
he's-
is.
He skated at the 60th best
I believe it.
high school arena in Minnesota.
I'm sure that Mark knows him very well.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sure Musty has said hi to him.
Man,
Matt, yeah.
Must-
Clean,
whatever.
as
It
clean
doesn't
as
matter.
ice.
It doesn't matter.
I saw
Whoa.
something last night, by the way, that I'd never seen before, and not just a hockey game.
Oh.
Did you guys see the Philadelphia is it Flyers?
Yes.
The goalie where he just completely lost the puck.
Yes.
He had no idea, and you could see him motioning like, "Where is it? Where is it?" And it's
Right.
between his legs, and just
And
slowly
then he
going.
knocks it back
yeah.
into the net.
It's not just that it's the hardest job of all time. You also can't see anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're covered in just stuff. I don't know how anybody does that job. For me, that's the hardest job in sports. Anybody else? Being goalie in
Goalie?
hockey? Can you think of a harder job than that?
Quarterback?
No, easy.
You might be right.
Offensive lineman?
No, for real. I
Why
mean,
don't you stand in there? That's why I played it.
like, it's not a very big deal. It's coming at you at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I mean, it's not a very big piece. It's just a little puck, you know?
Yeah.
And you have to be covered by all that padding because you don't want your
Right.
nuts to get exploded.
Yeah.
Right?
And you have
There's
people
that.
standing in front of you.
The people standing in front of you, they'll beat you up,
They have knives on their feet.
and you're standing on skates.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, didn't somebody get their face cut on a skate the other day, too? Is that guy
Yes.
okay?
Niles Lindquist.
Yeah, is he all right?
I haven't seen an update on him. He didn't return to the game.
Was that against us?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
He is ruled out. That's right.
Man.
He has been ruled out for Game 5.
Can't believe that doesn't happen all the time.
We'll cut somebody.
Yeah.
We don't
He
care.
kind of did it himself, didn't he? Didn't he?
I think so.
It wasn't his own skate. That's not what I mean, but like...
That'd be, wow.
He tripped a guy, and the guy fell
Yeah.
falling, cut open his face with the skate.
yeah.
Well, Matt Boldy tried to
Yeah,
cut a hockey puck open with the bottom of
Yeah.
his skate, kicked it right into the goal.
That's a
that
hell
was
of a thing.
fantastic.
I still think they
he
should
played
have gave it to
hacky
him.
sack with the puck
How cool
there
would
into
that
the
be?
goal.
How cool would that be if that just counted?
Yeah, if they allowed that, that'd
you
be
just,
sweet.
Matthew McConaughey would be a first-round pick.
Yeah. If the referee had turned his mic on and went, "We know it's against the rules, but it was too cool to take it away." Goal.
Yeah. See you
We'll
next
give
week.
it to him
Goal.
because sweetness.
That's honestly the most obvious kick I've ever seen in the history of me watching hockey. 'Cause
Yeah.
Almost always it's
Yeah.
like, man, did he kick it or did he just redirect it? And, that sometimes they have to go to the review. Like, did he kick
Right.
it in? That was just Pele.
Yeah.
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 Which is- like you said, bend it like Boldy, right, Zach, on Twitter. That was brilliant. That was a soccer kick.
I've never seen a puck go top shelf off a skate.
Yeah.
And
That
that's the
was
thing.
incredible.
And,
It's cool.
And even though you know it's against the rules, it's an automatic response to your body just to kick it because it's right
Instinct.
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And then luckily, a handful of minutes later, he had the real game winner.
Which was-
So we got redemption.
Which was incredible.
It was awesome.
Insane.
That redirect was awesome.
To even get that skinny part of your stick to connect with a puck, which is what, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches wide, and then to direct it into the net when that puck had to be 3 feet wide of the net.
Oh, yeah.
That was an incredible goal.
I can't believe how common it is to deflect a puck into the net, like the control those guys have on a speeding. What is that? What is that traveling? Is that 100 miles an hour?
I mean, yeah, probably 80s, 90s.
And today.
And to somehow be able to direct it into
A hockey puck is 3 inches
But,
wide.
I mean, the way their hand-eye coordination at that level is unbelievable. I mean, they can just, I mean, you see there, like, during warm-ups, they'll just, pop it up in the air, just, like nothing. And then, as you mentioned, Bonus, the way they can track those, the way they can baseball bat those things into the net, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just kick it.
Because those shafts are not that wide. I don't know how wide is a hockey shaft?
Calm down.
Hawk?
Well, it depends on what's going on in my life.
Depends on if my dad's over or not.
Yeah, right. If I'm in a sauna, it's
A hockey stick shaft generally measures 0.8 inches to
Meat sauce. Oh, meat sauce is correct.
1.2. 0.8, 1.2. So right in the middle, 1 inch.
It's cold.
Oh.
I was in the pool.
Sorry about your shaft, Hawk.
You ain't the only one, brother.
All right, time for the news.
Okay. Resorts World
Go
opens
on.
to the public today.
Wait, what now?
Public.
New York City's first ever casino, offering table games, opens today.
Wait a minute. Are we just hearing about this for the first time?
Right.
I didn't know about this until
I
I,
didn't
copied
know
it this
about
morning.
this.
I
I
had no
didn't
idea.
either.
We have talked about it.
We
I'm sure.
have?
Yeah.
Where in New York?
Resorts World New York City has a 9:30 Rim Coming Center this morning kickoff opening. More than 240 live table games of blackjack and roulette, slot machines as well. Facility next to the Aqueduct Racing Track. So that's not like Manhattan.
It's right next to JFK International.
There you go.
Come on.
Now, how you go?
It looks glitzy.
The facility next to the Aqueduct Racetrack has more than doubled its workforce, now employing more than 2,200 people and more hires expected. Resorts World was one of the 3 companies to recently be awarded a New York commercial casino license. It's over. It's over. Everybody's going to have a casino in their backyard. It's over.
Good.
Yeah, it's over.
Why they didn't put one in Block E is one of the greatest mistakes the state
Agreed.
of Minnesota ever made.
Couldn't agree more.
Can I say something, though, quickly about that?
It saved my life?
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
I'll speak for my client. It's a good thing they didn't.
And for the 1,000th time,
He'd
if you
live
have
there.
not gone to Resorts World in Las Vegas, it's freaking beautiful,
Yeah,
but it's a
it's
ghost town.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
goes there.
Because
Right?
it's at the end of the strip. It's across the street from the Pepper Mill, and it is lovely.
Yeah, it's
You guys
cool.
been there?
I have not. No.
It's beautiful.
Is that the one we walked through after eating at the Pepper Mill?
Probably the one. It's across the street.
Yeah.
There's that like giant orb. It's like a mini sphere inside that little mall area. Then you walk back there. There's awesome like food court area. Casinos super clean and nice and bright.
Yes.
Modern.
Yep. It's got an egg breakfast place. Something. The chairs are eggs.
I don't remember
Yes.
that. Oh,
Egg
yes.
slut?
Yes. Yeah.
What'd
Is
you
that
call me?
is it? Egg sluts at Cosmo, right?
Yes.
What's
Well,
the
I
one?
think there's multiple egg slots.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Isn't there a different one at Resorts World though?
There's one sitting in that studio by himself.
Maybe
I
that is
don't
an
like
egg slut
eggs.
too. I don't remember.
No, I don't think that was. the
Suns
name of
out,
it, but it
buns
was
out?
a-
Yeah, that's it.
It was a
Suns out,
breakfast
buns
place,
out.
yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, because egg sluts at
It was
Cosmo.
a very noticeably clean, bright, newer, looked like a great place. Nobody there.
Nobody.
By the way,
I
imagine,
had my way with the slots.
Whoa.
That makes sense.
Hey, gosh.
Lucky.
By the way, the whole concept of egg slut. What a fun way to introduce somebody to Vegas if they've never been there. Like, let's go to egg slut, and they're like, prostitution's legal. What the hell are you talking? Where are we going?
Yeah.
What is this?
And the lines around the block
Because it's
every
apparently
second.
great breakfast,
Well,
right?
People love sluts.
Yeah, and they love eggs.
Yeah.
Marnie, put your hand down.
Go to Hattie B's, the chicken spot. That's
tell me
in
Why are
the
you
same
pointing
area.
at bonus?
Go to
No, you
Peppermill.
can walk to Hattie B's.
You can walk to Peppermill, you lazy ass.
I've walked there with you.
You've walked back.
Oh, yeah, we did
We
cab there.
Ubered there, walked back.
Are you sure? I thought we walked there.
I
How
don't
would
know.
you know?
Yeah, how would you know?
I don't know, because you walk too fast.
Walking
I do
anywhere
walk
in
too
Vegas.
But it
fast.
was our
I
honeymoon.
hate slow walkers.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
ain't got time to just dilly daddle.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish you'd do a little more diddly daddling.
Yeah. You'd be happier if you
Yeah, you
did.
absolutely
I'm a
would.
fast walker. I'm an efficient walker.
That's why I said we should stop every few blocks to slow you down.
Well, and plus, you're in Vegas. You got to play every casino along the way. There's a hot machine in every one of them.
Yeah, oh yeah. Just ask the drink guy.
Yeah. Speak.
Speak and preach.
Amen.
God, I missed that.
All right, so Resorts World, New York.
That's right.
Interesting.
That's right.
All right, welcome aboard.
One of college football's top returning players is finding himself in some off-the-field trouble.
Speaking of gambling.
Yeah, how about this?
Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby is checking into a residential treatment program for a gambling addiction. You got a number? ESPN reports that Sorsby is under NCAA investigation in the wake of the discovery that he's made thousands of online bets on a variety of sports via a gambling app. Sorsby reportedly bet on Indiana football while redshirting for the Hoosiers as a true freshman in 2022, but no bets were placed in a game in which he appeared. Ladies and gentlemen, there's an iceberg. You can only see the tip of it. Come on now.
Right.
Come on now.
But one bad apple ruins the batch, or what is it called?
Yeah, one bad apple ruins the bunch.
A bunch.
One
Spoils.
bad apple.
My point is like, look, there obviously there's going to be a bunch of people that have problems.
Yes, hi.
The rest of us have every right to do it anyway, right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Moderation.
I don't tell you guys you can't drink alcohol.
Exactly.
I completely get that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we do have to kind of help people out a little bit.
No, for sure.
You know?
For sure. And I'm glad he's getting help.
Yeah,
it
me
sounds
too.
like he has a serious problem. They said thousands of bets he's placed.
Jeez.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Hockey.
It's an addiction, guys.
Yeah.
It's an addiction.
Sure is.
It's a fun one, but it's an addiction nonetheless.
It's a good time.
It is. Until it ain't.
Yeah.
Hey, Marzi.
Yeah.
I could see this being you.
Oh no.
All right.
The Fargo Park District in North Dakota, which is Dakota, launched the state's first high school girls flag football program in partnership with the Minnesota Vikings. The program is part of a nationwide trend. Over 68,000 girls played high school flag football last year, and participation increased by about 60% in a single year. Flag football will debut on the Olympic stage in 2028. Marnes, I could see you as a high school young lady playing quarterback for your high school football team.
Totally.
I think you would have been a great flag football player.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. How much fun would that have been if you'd had that option?
Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah. Yep.
Test that arm.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't think you'd have been quarterback. Don't
I'm surprised this isn't a bigger deal.
Do you have a good arm?
It's going to be.
But like in the 90s, like one of my best friends, Icebox, played linebacker for a team called the Little Giants, and she was unbelievable.
It's great.
And I'm
Love her
this is-
ladders.
That sounds familiar.
Paul,
I know
your
that
hands
girl?
up?
He's not coming in.
Oh, that's right. He's in Tuscany still.
Arrivederci.
Never mind. He's truly exhaling from all of his stress.
Is he ever going to breathe in again?
I forgot. Because he definitely wouldn't have gotten a Little Giants reference. He doesn't know the annexation of Puerto Rico.
No, he didn't. He thought the players on the French basketball team were named after dragons. He thought girls he went to high school with played on the Lynx.
Still does.
Well played.
Yeah.
Listen, Maxo cannot be with us because he's got a broken face.
No.
Yeah.
But he has given us a Timberwolves update, and Sauce will read it to us when we come back.
So he's going to read Max's update.
That's right. Yes, that's exactly right.
So Max's information, Sauce's reading ability.
It could be problematic.
Could be problematic. Marty, you worked the Twins last night as well, right?
I did.
So we can talk Twins, we can talk Wolves, we can talk Wild. Sauce will do sports after this on The Fan.
Jefferson Lines is your #1 bus experience. Bonds Bones is here. Marnsey Galarnsy's here. But the man, the myth, the legend, Sauce is in charge of the sports update here. Maxo, rest in peace. No,
Kind of. His mouth did.
is in pieces. Yeah.
Yikes.
We're missing you out there, Maxo. We hope you're doing well.
Yes.
What?
And Max, if you're listening, I want you to know, we asked every member of the Power Trip Morning Show, and we don't wish this upon you. If we could trade you and Sauce and have his mouth wired shut, we all would.
Over and over.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it was you, and
It was you, yeah.
I just want you to know that we all wish it was the other way around.
We just keep putting him on the bicycle.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Plus,
And then the tires go flat.
yeah. Yeah. Plus, there ain't enough wire in the world for the head that size.
Why do you guys want me hurt?
I don't want you
We
hurt.
don't
I
want you hurt.
to pass away
Wow. Why do you want me dead?
because of what you're about to do to Max.
Well,
Max.
how about, again, when Max fell off the bike and shattered his jaw in 1,000 pieces and had it wired shut, and we were joking well, man, wish it would have been Paul. And everybody was like, well, Paul's not going to be on a bike.
What?
Why?
Right.
Not without Nordo.
Right. Well, you have to wear a helmet.
What was it, Billy and Benny?
I agree.
Billy
Yeah.
Billy and Benny.
Yeah.
The motorcycle twins?
Yeah, for sure.
So as we go into this Wolves update, this is written by Max.
Read by Sauce.
by
Oof.
Sauce. Sauce, be cool.
Are you ready?
I will read 90% of it. The Wolves got pantsed and spanked on their cheeks last night as Denver gave them a 125 piece with fries to win Game 5. Rudy Gobert was Booty Gobert, scoring only 3 points.
Edit.
Some guy named Spencer Jones cooked us with 20 points.
Wait a minute. Why'd you say some guy?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to sound, I don't know.
Yeah.
What were the words that?
They're going to read it?
I mean, I'll read it. I don't want to.
Yeah, no, read that.
I'm not reading that.
What does it sound like or start with?
New topic. Spencer Jones cooked us with 20 points.
Give you $20 if you do.
And the Joker turned into Batman and messed around and got a triple-double like Ice Cube on a good day.
I don't think you could get in trouble for saying that.
I'm not saying that.
Give you $21 if you do.
I mean, I know it, but Denver was desperate like the Housewives. Shout out Eva Longoria. And played like
was that you improvising or is that how he actually wrote
That's
it?
how he wrote it.
That's how he wrote it.
Yeah.
They played like a Fent head with his hair on fire. And I know this because I'm watching a Fent head with his hair on fire from my window right now. And I would not want to see that dude on the court. Word to Phil Collins, you could feel it in the air tonight from the opening tip. Speaking of opening tip, how's Tommy doing? Anyways, my jaw works better than the Wolves' defense was last night. Game 6 is back at the Krizub for Bizub on Thursday. And the Wolves got to make something sizzle for Rizzle, or it's back to Denvizilla for Game 7.
My God.
We'll leave that part.
Are you going to talk?
Lastly, love y'all. Stay black and keep it pimpin'.
Button bar.
Yep, button bar. Now
There you go, Maxo.
we miss you, Maxo.
Yeah, love you.
You emitted a word after game says it's because it all rhymed. It went Game 6 is back at the Krizib for Rizib on Thursday, and the Wolves got to make something sizzle for Rizzle, or it's black to Denvizzle for Game 7. Now, why did you leave that word out?
I don't want to say that. Pass.
Give you $20 if you do.
No.
And earlier,
You guys are trying to get me fired.
he described Spencer Jones as some random. And why won't you say that? There's nothing.
Why won't you say it?
I know better.
It's not my sports update. This is your time to shine.
I know better. They set you up.
Clearly gave you permission, Sauce.
Yeah.
I'm not reading that.
Yeah, Marnie can read it.
Smart choice.
All right, what else you got in sports?
So
Thank you, Maxo. We miss you,
don't,
buddy.
We don't know what time Game 6 will be, but it'll be on Thursday because there is one series that could be on. Or wait, no. Yeah,
It's
we don't know what
dependent
time
on
it'll
the San Antonio,
because the Spurs series
Portland.
could be over,
Yeah.
and the Celtics 76ers series could be
The
over.
way I understood it is if San Antonio and Portland need another game, like if that series plays tomorrow night, if that series ends tomorrow night, which is a 3-1 series, then we go a half an hour earlier, 8 instead of 8:30, I believe is what I heard. And by 8 or 8:30, I mean 8:10 or 8:40 for tip time, depending on the slide. That is what I believe I remember hearing when we were talking about the tip time being established. It is dependent on that series. So that's better than 9. What do we think? What is it, 50? Well, by the time John Bonas got to see it in progress, it was what, 7-0?
After watching Marnie at the Twins game, I flipped over only to find Orlando still beating Detroit, and Detroit doing everything it could do to drag that game on an extra 5 minutes longer than it needed to be. And yeah, by the time I tuned into the Wolves game, I think it was 19-12 or something like that. It was already. I mean, I don't know why. It's bad enough that I've got to start watching these games at 9:45 at night, but then to also get to miss the first 10 minutes of it anyway, it's infuriating.
Infuriating. I wanted to add one last thing on your great sports update, Sauce, before we move on from the Wolves, is the turnovers. That was atrocious.
Yeah.
The final tally, 25 turnovers by the Wolves, which resulted in 35 Nuggets points. But the Wolves had 9 in the first quarter.
Yes.
9 turnovers in the first quarter.
Fortunately, I couldn't watch most of them.
Oh, Bodie.
Well, there's your silver lining.
The Wild tied up their series by beating the Stars 3-2 in OT on Saturday. So Game 5 is tonight. It is at 7 o'clock. It is in Dallas, and we expect some of the Wild players to be back, like Zuccarello.
That's hockey, I think.
Yeah, all signs pointing to Zuccarello being back. He skated with the team yesterday. They were working on the power play, and he was a part of that. So definitely seems to be good news there on that front. No word, official word, probably not till this afternoon, this evening. But then Trennan also going to be on the watch list as well. Would love to see him back. How ironic that the league's hit leader got injured in Game 1 by a hit. So could definitely use that physicality back in the lineup as well. But yeah, Zuccarello certainly the headliner if he can be back. The Wild were very successful in that first game in Dallas. I think you could very much see that again. Game 6 obviously guaranteed Thursday. It should be an earlier start again, which is nice. So tonight at 7 o'clock, I would expect a 7 o'clock-ish start tonight or Thursday as well. And then who knows what we'll see Saturday at this point.
What do the Wild do to fix their penalty kill? It's driving me crazy.
Well, getting Zuccarello back would be a great start.
Yes. Okay.
That certainly has thrown a wrench into some things. They definitely need to try some other, I guess, things out. I would love to see them change it up, be a little bit more aggressive. They just Dallas plays right into their hands in terms of keeping it along the perimeter. I think just get the pucks to the damn goal and generate some opportunities that way. Because obviously. It has not been working since that first game. But I think Zuccarello will play a huge part in getting that power play back on track. And if they do, they are the better team in this series.
Let's go.
Well said.
It's on.
The Twins snapped their 5-game losing streak by blowing out the Mariners 11-4. Connor Prelip went 5, scattered 1 hit, 2 earned runs, struck out 5,
scattered
walked 3.
1 hit.
Joe Ryan goes for your Twins today.
That was a really good win for the Twins, and I know it's been a tough stretch. I'm not trying to pretend like that didn't happen, but to have a game where they hit well with runners in scoring position,
right.
Pitched well, and played sharp, crisp defense, all in the same game, was a great way to start a homestand, a great way to start a 3-game series against a team that was really good last year. Really good.
right.
So if you're just going to take things day by day, yesterday was a good day.
You say it was a good day.
And it was a miserable weather
Yes,
day. It
yes.
rained / drizzled for shizzle the entire time. It
It looked like Luis Castillo wanted no part of that.
Yeah, for sure. I was under a protective covering, so I experienced none of it, but I can't imagine any of that was enjoyable for any single player. So conditions stunk, and the Twins played great under such stunk conditions.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, well
Thank
said.
you. That was great.
Thank you.
Great job. Some great
Appreciate
laughs.
that. Oh, thank you very much.
Boney?
Nice to see Cody Clemens get a big hit. That was something that they've been facing a lot of left-handed hitters, and that's not his, or left-handed pitchers, and that's not his strength. So he's been sort of neutralized this year. So to be able to get a big hit, really the hit of the game, with a 3-run homer early on, to knock Castillo around exactly when you needed it, exactly when the runners in scoring position was great. The tandem of Connor Prelip, I mean, I think looks like the Twins have something in this Connor Prelip guy, which is nice to see. And then to be able to bring in Morris as sort of the piggyback starter on that also lends some hope that the bullpen is another piece that they could build in the bullpen. So, I mean, there were definitely some positive signs there in terms of the way they're going. And now they get some decent weather to play a couple of games, and a 7-game homestand versus 2 teams that were supposed to be really good. We got Seattle, which I think are they 500 now? I think they might be under 500.
They came in a game under.
They came in a game under 500. And then what? Boston's up next, right?
Toronto.
Oh, Toronto's up next. Yeah, again, a team that was supposed to be good, but right now they've been struggling because they've been hurt. I guess you're facing these teams at the right time, and that's good news for the Twins.
By doing it.
They played each other in the ALDCS.
Yes.
Yeah, because then Toronto went on to the World Series.
That's right.
It went 7 games.
Yeah, Yep, that's right. Yeah, that was a hell of a series.
Right.
Hey, Sauce.
Yeah.
On Friday, there was a Delta flight from Atlanta to Portland.
You should have been.
It's a
on it.
riddle, but it's a real story.
Okay.
It took off with 153 passengers.
Mm-hmm.
It landed with 154. What happened? Took off with 153 passengers. It landed with 154.
My simple math would tell me that somebody was born on the flight.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Wow, look at you.
I don't know how that's
good
math.
one, Sauce.
I don't know. I just wanted to sound smarter than I actually am.
Simple math.
Lord, I'm a simple man.
That was sports.
That's a real quick.
Those are future
birth.
athletes.
Yeah.
Usually, labor, etc. There's a buildup. There's some time. You've been through it.
Yeah.
Did Rosie show up for this one?
Can you imagine how stressful that would have been?
He likes going to the maternity ward.
How famous was the mother?
Good point.
They didn't name her in this story, so
then no,
Yeah.
he doesn't care. Yeah, correct.
I guess the
Is the
mother
baby's
was
name Delta?
No, the mother was Carrie Ellis.
Who?
She's an actress.
Oh.
What a great bit.
Vikings news is next. More with John Bonus and Marnie Gellner. Craig Gass in like 20 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Bell Bank. Marnie loves
Yes,
Bell Bank.
we do.
Absolutely. Marnie loves Drankson. Specifically, she likes Drankson.
Surfside.
You dang right she do.
Come on now.
Yeah, man.
I thought you were going to say at Bell Bank.
Well, I
don't know if
would.
that's
Well, you can do that anywhere you want. It's America.
Yeah, man.
Probably.
You know who loves Surfside is when Marnie gets a little tipsy, because she does, and
Obviously.
and she's stumbling around her pool. Once in a while, she'll just spill it into her rocks, and then the ducks drink Surfside.
And then she takes a really relaxing deep breath.
The true exhale from all of her stress. But I saw
Let me tell you
that
what.
saw the duck video.
Let me tell you
I
what.
don't
You
know
got a
what
lot
you're
of
talking
eggs.
about. Because I was a little freaked out. What are you talking about? What?
We discovered a nest in our backyard. You've been there, Hawk. On our fence line, the side of our house where you walked into our backyard.
Yeah.
Right. We have these 4 arborvitae trees. They're smaller arborvitae. They're called Technito.
Yeah, of course.
And right in the mulch is a nest of 13 eggs. They look like if you had gone to the grocery store and gotten grade A extra large eggs, that's the size they are.
Delicious.
The nest is exquisite. It has down feather all the way
311.
around it. And there
Nailed
is
it.
a hen, which is a lady duck.
Go
Sex!
Oh,
Keep talking.
She did.
Talk slower.
She did, apparently.
that guy left, though.
Sitting on these eggs 22 hours a day.
The other 2 hours, hammer and Surfside.
Yep. Yep. Taking a nice, relaxing deep
Before
breath.
they're born, right? Like
Yeah.
after they're born, she's got a lot of responsibility.
Well, she's a single mom right now because guess who I haven't seen?
What's
Him.
it, Kurt Bills?
Oh,
It might have been.
Yeah, Darkwing Duck
Might have
is
been.
off
well played.
at the
Paternity
casino.
test.
Well, he's busy
His
fighting
wife's
Fighting
crime.
crime.
He's just getting out of the house. He's had enough.
I can't blame him.
Yep.
What's
He
it,
knows what he's
Kurt
in
Bills?
It was duck bills.
I don't think it was Kurt Bill.
Is this because you have a pool in your backyard? Like, do they
I
need
think
to be
so.
near
They
water?
need a water source and, protection, safety, whatever.
And an outdoor
They're
toilet.
going to be so cute when they're born. You should set up a ring cam so we can watch them 24
you know what?
hours a
And a
day.
water slide.
That has been suggested.
You should, because I want to see
Yeah.
them.
Well,
I want to see them
yes,
in your pool.
Sure.
Hot.
That is a problem.
Like a
Yeah.
true
Well,
hockey.
it's not safe for the ducklings. Like they could get caught in the filter.
Wow.
It's-
Yeah, right.
It's not a.
Hey, man, nice
it's
shot.
not a joyride.
Rosie.
Thank you.
Welcome to the
What does
fold.
that have to do with it?
We've got 28 days to figure out an escape route. For,
Just get all fat and sassy.
Yeah, what have
For the
people told
family.
you about what you're supposed to be doing with these?
Not touch it. Not
Right.
touch the nest. Not move the nest. It is illegal. It is federally protected because.
All right, so now
Morris,
there's
it's not funny.
so now there's 12 eggs.
And no mom.
Yeah.
Now what are you gonna do?
Yeah, call Rosie.
Well, we did see before we knew there was a nest. We saw the mom and the dad, for that matter,
Gross.
Well, that's good.
one at a time in the pool, which we shoot away because. Not because I'm not an animal lover,
Marty.
but because we don't want poop in the pool.
Yeah, sure.
The
At
same
least from
reason I
ducks.
told Hawk to
Because
get
then
out of
Dwight
the
will show up.
Then once we saw the eggs and we knew what was going on, it was like, okay, well, we need to protect this family.
Yeah.
And now people are, trying to give advice as to what needs to happen. They do need a water source when they're born, but our backyard is completely fenced in, and the ducklings, when they're born, can't fly. So we need to open the gate. Thanks, Hodor. And make sure they can get out. But it's a 28-day incubation. We found them on Friday. So I'm kind of mapping out, okay, we all need to be on alert in late May that these things are going to hatch. Oh, guess what else we have in late May? A grad party in our backyard where people are going to be walking in and out.
Well, the guest list just increased by 13.
Oh,
It's
my.
duckies
For
and bunnies.
Spencer?
It's duckies and
You
bunnies.
don't even have the first letter right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, right, Corey?
He's not famous enough.
Yeah.
It's duckies and bunnies.
What if you go viral? What if this is a way you make a ton of money because you're like the Minnesota
Whatever
duck
it takes,
family?
man. Whatever it
You know,
takes.
It'd be awesome.
Whatever it takes.
What does Musk
profit off of these ducks?
Put it on your MarnieGellner.com website. Put the video feed on your MarnieGellner.com website.
Yeah, I can't get any keynote speaking gigs, but
you can watch
you
ducks.
can watch ducklings hatch.
Yeah.
I told myself I wouldn't cry.
Oh, Pat.
So stay tuned for further updates. Right now,
I need a
they're
ring
just
cam.
incubating.
I need a ring
It
cam.
has been offered a trail cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah, you've already got one in your bedroom. You don't know it.
And the outhouse.
Who put it there?
What is that thing called again? Not the outhouse.
Compost toilet.
Compost toilet.
The Esser.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Dwight.com is where you can watch the one camera.
Yeah, that one
I had no
only
idea.
looks up for some reason.
Yeah.
It's
Classic
very
Dwight.
strange.
Classic Dwight.
And it's wide angle.
Yeah.
It has to be.
He has to see everything.
Oh.
Classic.
All right, you guys ready?
Do you
For
wait?
what?
Vikings news.
Oh, yeah, man. We got a lot of Vikings news. Mars wants to comment on the draft. Right,
I've
Mars?
been waiting all week.
I know, obviously.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Go. Your trusted first store.
The Minnesota Vikings exercised their fifth-year option on wide receiver Jordan Addison. So for 2027, he's going to make $18 million in case, of course, they still agree to a long-term deal. But for now, he's going to make something like 4 or 5 this year, $18 million next year.
I feel sorry for you.
I don't.
What?
But, you asked Benjamin Lieber about this yesterday, Chris, and I think this is still the question is, what's the plan with wide receiver? Because you have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. You didn't draft a wide receiver. Ty Felton got like 3 snaps last year.
Yeah, in meaningless games.
He can't be your number 3.
No.
Naylor's in Las Vegas at Resorts World.
Lucky.
With Kirk and Fernando saying frick.
Fun.
Frick. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with a wide receiver. I know PA wants Juwan Jennings. He talked about it yesterday.
Must be what we're going to do because I hear that everywhere.
Correct. And
he can't be cheap, though,
it was
right?
a-
That's going to be an
No.
expensive free agent.
That's not very much, $20,000.
that's not bad. But like last week when he started saying Caleb Banks, he was right. So I would assume he's right on this as well.
Thank you. Yeah, well, you know what happens when you assume.
You make an ass out of Uma Thurman.
Nailed it.
I listen.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, and
He would
I'm
be
shocked
great
they
to have.
didn't
He would be
draft
great.
one, though. Like, of all the picks they had, they did not draft a wide receiver, and they waited till the 7th round to draft a center.
Like Ben said, though, we took best player available almost every time around.
It
And if
felt
you're
like
doing
it.
that, I
Yeah.
mean, that maybe the wide receiver wasn't the best player.
Yeah, don't reach.
Yeah, ain't no reaching. Jack Reacher.
Everybody says we reached at 18. We'll see if that's true or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to quit saying that, Bonesy.
Yeah,
Bonesy.
I'll quit saying it.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
How
I got to
excited
speak
is
the truth, though.
How excited is your lovely wife that Jonathan Grenard is now a Philadelphia Eagle?
Pretty excited.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys have everything. We have nothing.
Phillies are terrible.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
aren't they
good.
the worst team in baseball?
At least there's that.
Record-wise?
And then the Flyers lost last night, which is bad news, but it's also good news because we're going to be in Philadelphia on Wednesday for Game 6.
Whoa.
Meaning tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is that when you run your race too?
We run it Sunday.
Oh, man.
What is this,
So-
half marathon?
10 miles.
10 miles.
Broad Street run in Philadelphia. That's like their Boston Marathon, like 40,000 people
Wow.
run 10 miles from one end of Philadelphia to the other end, not down Broad Street. That's why it's called the Broad Street Run. It's an awesome event, but yeah, that's Sunday. And in the meantime, yeah, Flyers have Game 6 tomorrow night, and we're trying to figure out if we want to go.
You got a cool life, Bo.
Aren't
You could
going-
also gamble this weekend because Saturday is the 152nd Kentucky Derby.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah, we should gamble on
It's
it.
coming up. Renegade is your early favorite, but the horse that I think is interesting, I think around 10 to 1. There's a horse whose name is 2 words. The first word is the. That's already an interesting name for a horse.
Yeah.
The horse is named the Puma.
Ooh, wow, I like that. Did you?
That's nuts.
Yeah, you got to take that
You have
horsey.
to, right?
That would be like if you go to the Minnesota Zoo and you're like, oh, what's that elephant's name? Oh, that's the alpaca.
Yeah.
Is there like a limit on how long a name could be? Because
Yep.
did you see the one horse's name, Deep Breaths in Tuscany?
No. That's a mouthful.
That's what I thought too. How are you going to scream that out?
Well, let's find PA.
Yep. So Renegade is the early favorite at around 4 to 1. Again, when the post positions get drawn, then that might change a little bit. Renegades 4-1. Deep Breaths in Tuscany is about 8-1.
Hasn't happened to me yet.
And Chef Giancarlo is a distant 80-1.
What are sandwich shops odds?
Horse genitals.
Yeah, what are horse genitals odds?
Off the menu. I mean, off the board. Off the board.
Off the mic.
And off the mic.
Yeah.
Are we doing a Kentucky Derby?
We definitely can, but yeah, it snuck up on me. I always forget that it's like the first week of May, but technically that's this
I count
weekend.
on Sauce to organize these things. It feels like it's kind of falling down.
And I don't mean to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. I can't believe it's already May.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's almost preseason football season. Huh?
I
Oh my God, shut up.
We get the schedule pretty close.
Yeah, probably in 2 weeks from tomorrow, I would guess.
One of the worst parts
Corey's
about professional
in such a bad
sports.
mood.
Yeah,
Why? You in a
why?
bad mood? Don't be in a
Preseason
bad
football
Hey,
is the
we
worst.
like it. You watch European card tournaments.
You know
Nobody
what's-
makes fun of you for
The
it.
cards aren't European. It just takes
You
place
get
in Europe.
European
You don't know
waxes
that.
on your crotch area.
Yeah. You
I
get a
should.
Brazilian on your BH.
I should, yeah. I keep
You
it
really
clean.
need to be.
Yeah,
looks
you
like
really
you're wearing
need-
a diaper.
Yeah, it looks like you're wearing a diaper, man.
That's what he just said.
Diaper's
I
better.
don't have my
I
own
said
humor.
diaper.
Thank you.
We could have Gorg come in. He's gonna. Well, nah, he'll win
Then he'll
again.
win again. He
Yeah.
wins all of our money.
He does.
Forget
we need to let
Gorg.
Power Trip Bets do it.
He hates me.
What has he ever done for us?
We can let him play.
What's the point?
Good point.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's over.
horses go
Renegade.
run.
He's betting on it. He might as well be part of our pool.
He hates me.
I don't blame him.
Did you see some dude?
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted at us. I should have written this down. Somebody on like BetMGM or whatever, one of those, whatever. Like last Friday, bet $30 and picked like 6 or 7 dudes to hit home runs, and all of them did. And it was like $1.8 million.
Yeah.
They said it was something like the biggest prop parlay in the app's history. And I forget which app it was, but again, something like 7 guys all had to hit home runs, and he went 7 for 7. And he turned $30.
What, he died?
$30 into $1.8 million.
Good for him, man. What a run.
I'm not kidding you. For something like that to happen, when the final guy hits the home run, wouldn't you piss yourself?
Yeah.
You'd be like, you couldn't believe it. You just
Yep.
couldn't believe that it happened.
Yeah.
Unless you're
That
a
seems
gambler.
so unlikely.
You know what? I guess as a gambler, you expect it to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every time I buy a lottery ticket, I'm pretty sure I might as well buy a house that day because
Yeah,
I'm
man.
definitely going to win.
I don't know when this is from, but I almost texted you guys over the weekend. I saw a video. There was a guy who, on day 2 of a poker tournament, joked with his buddy, said, if I win this tournament, I'm going to put all of the money on one roulette spin.
Oh, no.
He wins the tournament for like 45,000 like euros, I think.
Please
so
don't
whatever.
tell me.
So he's like, hey man, I'm a man of my word and I'm a degenerate gambler. So he gets all the chips, bets it all on black.
No.
He makes his buddy, like, I think they let the buddy like spin the wheel. I don't know. This is Europe. I don't know if they have different rules for who handles the. And there it goes. And they filmed it. I've seen the video. And there it goes. And there it goes. And it dropped on
Green.
22 black.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Good for him.
And kids, if you're listening, why work?
Right.
When you can just bet all of your life savings, or in this case, an entire poker tournament winnings on one spin of roulette.
Corey, that's bad advice.
Yeah. Why work when gambling works?
Say it to that guy who's twice as rich.
Yeah, hogs.
I love that he was like, I'm a man of my word. I said I would do this. You don't have to. This isn't, Russia.
again?
But he said, hey, I told my buddy if I won the thing, I'm betting it all on roulette. So he did.
Do we
None
know
of my
any?
buddies would expect me to live up to my word. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Yeah, no,
No, I'm not doing that.
like, Chris,
You're like, don't do that.
Chris, you don't have to bet at all. If you want to bet some of it, sure. But we're not going to hold you to this. Well, I said I did. I said I would. Said I would.
Do we know anyone who's been to a European casino?
Sure.
Who? Yeah, of course I have.
Could he exhale?
Yeah.
There.
No, I bet you bet.
No, I bet he did not.
True exhale.
No, I think he was hiding
Hey,
from
Johnny
people.
Beans, Bonds, Bones.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I know you're heading out because you're super soupy.
Yeah.
And Craig Gass is here. Will you bring him up for us? He's downstairs.
Oh yeah, no
That'd be
problem.
great. Thank you.
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah, no
Appreciate
problem.
it, bud. Where can we read your writings and stuff?
Oh, I would right now. I'd suggest stopping by hockeywilderness.com to
I
follow
agree.
the wild run through the playoffs. Also, if you like the Minnesota Twins, twinsdaily.com.
I do love the Twins.
And if you like the Wolves, zonecoverage.com.
What if I like?
Big Citrus.
That
didn't
would
know
be
where that was
Worried about the
bigcitrus.com.
second word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
He had to delete that.
Thanks, Johnny Bones.
Love
Bye,
you.
kids.
Bye,
Been
good luck,
good to hang out.
Craig Gass after this Power Trip Morning Show fan.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Minnesota's audio home for live and free playoff coverage is iHeartRadio and KFAN.
Get ready to head north with the Power Trip. Join the guys up at Grandview Lodge this Thursday and Friday. Be there on Thursday night for off-air fun and games for great prizes. Then stick around as we go live on the air Friday morning, including the initials game and your shot at a 2-night Grandview stay with food, golf, and a massage at their spa. Get all the details today at KFAN.com/Grandview.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I can't wait.
This week.
I cannot wait.
Thursday night, Friday morning.
It's
Grandview.
all happening, man. It's all happening.
It's all happening.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, he's at the New Hope Cinema Grill
Oh, Sauce again?
5 shows this week.
Oh, Craig. Oh, okay.
Craig Gass.
Craig Gass, okay.
CinemaGrill.com for tickets. And you know Craig from not only the Howard Stern Show, but King of Queens, Family Guy, American Dad, Sex and the City, and so much more.
And this show.
And this show.
Like
yeah.
7 times or something like that.
Many times.
Yeah, many
Dude,
times.
how the hell are you, man?
Dude, when I got in my car, I always like to listen so I can jump into the conversation
about that.
wherever it's going.
You want to talk about Marnie's Ducks?
Well, on the way in, I was listening going, wow, this is such a crazy conversation. And I thought, if I was to take this like as a radio consultant, a radio consultant is a guy who will come in and give you some weird like mid-level executive job advice just to be able to justify their job. But they'll play you like a segment of your show and you'll overanalyze, well, why'd you pick that segment? You know? But if I'm to play somebody a break that I heard and ask, is this a country western morning show? Is this a sports station?
Right.
Or is this just a bunch of stoners doing a podcast?
Right. Yeah.
This is the audio you would hear.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine if like a moose ate you? That'd be so crazy. Dude, think about this. What if you could hear worms scream? Oh my God, can you imagine that, dude? Hearing a worm scream? I was like, what? Do I have a contact high? What am I listening to here? It was wildly entertaining on the way over here. But it's good to see you guys.
Yeah, man.
Do you believe that worm screams would be loud? Sauce is convinced they would be loud.
Yeah. I don't know how I jumped into the middle of it. That's the thing is I didn't know what the jump-in point. I just heard that middle segment and went like, wait, why are we talking about worms screaming? I didn't understand what the reference was.
They might be drowning. They might be getting stepped on. Like they might be in complete agony at all times.
It just seems like they have terrible lives.
Yeah. It sucks to be a worm, man.
Right.
Agreed. Without question, I agree. I totally agree. I just was enjoying the intensity of the micro subject of the conversation.
We try to be as profound as possible.
Yes.
I never thought about it, though. You're right. We do sound like stoners sometimes. I agree with you. And that definitely is a good example of that.
And speaking of stoners, Marnie Gellner, Craig Gass,
Are you a
Marnie
stoner?
Gellner.
Not right now.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No, she's a
And
legend.
also not in general.
Very professional.
Marty, I just went through something that.
Oh, Lord.
Have you ever called up an ex, like just to like dunk on them ever? Like, have you ever had an ex that you felt like the need to like follow up?
Not lately. In college, sure.
Oh, sure.
I'm not even sure if this is appropriate conversation to have on the radio, but something happened just a couple weeks ago that was so mind-blowing that was attached to an argument that I got into 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I go to Anchorage, Alaska for the first time to do stand-up comedy. My ex is with me when I go to the club, and we meet a local comedian. His name is Matt Becker. Matt with one T, Becker. And we talked to him for 30 minutes. We come out. My ex looks at me and goes, I like him. I said, he's creepy. He's very creepy. And she said, what do you mean he's creepy? I said, and we got in an argument about, and we had gotten into this argument several times, that I think I have an intuition about people. And she said, you're always wrong. And I said, I do have an intuition about people. I'm just saying you can tell something about somebody by the words they use. And that guy is creepy. He's really, really dark. That was the argument 20 years ago. If you're able to right now, I'd like you to open up your Twitter on your phone and go to the Anchorage Police Department's Twitter page, where on March 14th, the Anchorage Police Department put out a flurry of tweets saying to be on the lookout for a man in Anchorage who is on a murder spree. He has a list of people that he wants to take out, and he's starting from the top of the list. And his name was Matt Becker with one T.
Matthew Thomas Becker.
Yes.
How about this headline, dude? Am I stepping on your touchdown
No,
call
go
if
ahead,
I
go
read this
ahead.
headline? Here's the headline that you just referenced, March 19th of 2026. Comedy club owner with terminal cancer guns down ex-in-law, hunts ex-wife before turning up dead.
Yes. It's a terrible story.
Holy cow.
It's a terrible, terrible story. But here's how much I love being right. I cannot tell you the joy of being able to call an ex from 20 years ago and hear her pick up the phone with like a question mark in her voice of like, hello, and be able to go, aha! Guess who has intuition? And it was such a, like, I have to believe there were people in 1940s Germany who were like, I told you not to buy that guy's painting. He's weird. He's like, like there's just, I feel like there's a handful of people out there who have the intuition that I have about people. And for you, my hope is that someday a crazy murder spree happens for you too, and that you can be validated. So, but yeah, that was I'm realizing the story's not going over well.
Man.
But
dude, I completely would have called her as well.
Right?
Number
Same.
one.
Yeah.
And B, I have the same feeling every time I'm in a room with Meat Sauce Paul Lambert.
It happens. Yeah, it happens.
I knew how somehow I was going to turn around to
You
meet
got that
us.
look.
Yeah, yeah.
How was his material?
Yeah, was he funny?
Did he kill?
Did he,
Dude,
did
are
he
there any-
kill?
More importantly.
Are there any jokes that are left on the table that we could take now?
I don't know.
But he was BFFs with Doug Stanhope, who's also a pretty dark guy.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, and
not as dark, but dark.
yeah, pretty dark. And his material was like, I just remember that he was this quirky guy who loved to do magic tricks for people, which maybe that's something that kind of triggers me as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like
Comedians
people.
and magicians.
Yeah, comedians, magicians. I don't know. But
There's like 3 of those, right? The Amazing Jonathan, obviously Penn and Teller are kind of comedians / magicians, right? That's pretty rare. Not very many, though.
Yeah, Penn and Teller are great. The last time I was in town, I asked Chris if he wanted to go see Metallica.
Yep.
Metallica was performing here. And he was like, yeah, I might. And I go, and I didn't want to say, like, dude, go, because I'm going to hook it up. And then he said, all right, let's go. So we went to the Metallica show. And we had this great time. We went into the middle of the stage, the snake pit of the show. And Chris, you told me a story that night that blew my mind, that years and years and years ago, you got to go backstage to a concert once. And is it okay to bring this up?
They all know it
Is
as
this
the
the
Slaughter
story?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We all know the story.
Okay, so
it's legendary.
My memory of the story is that he got to go backstage to a Slaughter show, but the weird thing that resonated from that night that stayed in his memory was that the girl who got them the backstage passes had emerged from the backstage area with the all access passes, and she seemed to have white stuff on her.
Yeah, in the hair.
And it really creeped him out. But he went backstage.
Yeah, of course.
And I just did a show 3 weeks ago, opening for Slaughter.
You did not.
No way.
I did, and this is a
Right.
message
All day.
from Mark Slaughter here that he wants to clarify
Oh my gosh.
for Chris.
Is this real?
This is totally real. This is.
This is you have this is 30,
Is this clean? This is clean?
This
it's
is
airable?
clean.
This is 35 years ago that this happened.
35 years ago. I don't know why this audio is not. All right.
The Wi-Fi in here sucks, if that matters.
It is not. Hold on.
Mark Slaughter.
Mark Slaughter.
One of the best ever. Up All Night, Sleep All Day, Flight of the Angels. I just love that band.
Okay. This is on my Instagram at Craig Gass Comedy with 2 S's.
Right.
And Mark, I told him the story. Mark laughed about it. And he sent me a message to send along to you where he explained that it actually was not, according to him, it was not the white stuff that you thought it was.
Oh, good. What was it?
I'm waiting for this thing to
I
pop
wish
up.
this would play.
Yeah. Hold on. Here we go.
Chris, my buddy Craig Gass told me about the one time that you got to go backstage to a Slaughter show. And you were suspicious about the girl who got the backstage passes because she had white stuff on her. Well, I assure you that at every Slaughter show, there is tons of catering. So that was mayonnaise.
There you go. It was mayonnaise.
Okay.
It was mayonnaise.
Clarified, and I buy it 100%. Thank you, Craig Gass and Mark Slaughter.
Yeah.
I mean,
that video is at Craig Gass Comedy. Craig Gass with 2 S's
I can't
Comedy.
believe you did. You remembered that. Thank you for that.
That was one of the craziest stories I've ever heard.
Oh,
it was like
I'll never forget
the
it.
idea of having such a cool experience, but going, what did you do to get us into this show? Like that. Yeah. That's.
And the boyfriend didn't put the 2 and 2 together,
He
right?
didn't
the
seem to care. He
the
jumped
boyfriend
up
was
and
like,
down.
great, you met Slaughter.
You met Slaughter.
By the way, Sauce, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because this is the case for me. Marnie, maybe this is the case for you as well. I just learned about 60 seconds ago that there's a guy in Slaughter whose last name is Slaughter.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't
Mark
know
Slaughter.
that. I just thought that was the name of the band. I didn't know it was Mark Slaughter. I didn't know this was Van Halen or Bon Jovi.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Thought it was Slaughter.
Yeah, I thought it was just a clever name. I didn't know that was his last name.
Is he the only one with the last name Slaughter?
That's right.
He is the only one
So
in
it's
the
him.
band with the last name Slaughter. So it is his band.
Wow.
Yes,
Did not know that.
He's great, man. I love that guy. That's cool.
How often do you guys have comedians in the studio? Is it?
Maybe 4 times a year.
Yeah,
at
4 or
most.
5 times a year.
Really?
Yeah, we don't do it very often. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Who comes in and really like knocks it out of the park?
Chad
Marnie does every
Daniels,
day.
Chad Daniels, Kelsey Cook, Cy Amundsen. We used to have Mary Mack on all the time. Tommy Ryman.
Tommy Ryman,
Who else
yeah.
am I forgetting?
That's about it, really.
Yeah, those are kind of
Yeah.
like that's our stable.
We had what's the dude's name who tells stories all the time? He's a remember we had him in the one time. He writes books too. He's anyway.
Paul Mercurio?
No, yeah, we have had Paul on this.
Paul Mercurio's funny.
Yeah, he's best. Anyway, it doesn't
He
matter.
writes books.
Yeah, he's a
You ever have a comedian come in and just swing and miss?
sure.
About
But
10 minutes ago?
Oh,
Marty!
Marty!
That's good. That was good, though. You just got slaughtered.
See, Marnie's a stand-up comedian
was
in her
awesome.
own right.
Well done, Marty.
Why do you bring it up?
Because I love having that conversation with radio friends to say, like, who's your favorite comedians you've had on? Who's your which comedians have come on and just didn't connect with you? And you always hear the same names in both categories. And then everybody has a Tracy Morgan story about how weird Tracy Morgan tried to like assault somebody in the hallway or something.
The only issue we ever had wasn't with a comedian when Chip Zinoff tried to seduce Carly Zucker on air.
Oh,
You
yeah.
Remember that?
Get
Chip
out of
Zinoff
here.
had been
Do you know
nuts enough.
Chips Enough?
Oh, it was one of the best ever.
I know Chips enough. Yeah. I
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chips
Hawk
enough.
loves Enough.
I do. I love that band. So what? I love 80s stuff. It's the best. I love it.
Yeah, for some reason, musicians have been my biggest supporters, and I've opened for a lot of bands over the years, like Metallica and System of a Down, and then I got in trouble here last time I was in town when I did a show at First Avenue opening for Pantera.
Oh yeah.
Because I did this whole when I open for a band, I'm too much of a puss to say, "Hey, I'm a stand-up comedian. Here's some jokes," because I just know, like when I opened for Metallica, it dawned on me when I got to the venue that everyone here's on coke. Like, what am I doing here? Like this is like
was mayonnaise.
It's a terrible idea to
sugar.
do stand-up comedy in front of a rock crowd. So I just walked on stage and said, "Hey, my name's Craig. I'm Metallica's tour manager." And everyone went, "Yeah." And I said, "The band has some very important announcements they asked me to read." And all of them were fake. It was all a bunch of cool stuff that's not going to happen. And it gets them to listen. And when I did it with Pantera, one of the announcements was, "You may have heard some rumors, and it's true. We are recording our first ever live album right here." And the place was like, "Yeah." So I need your attention. There's a proper way to yell on a live album. And they followed every stupid instruction I gave them. But the problem with that was that people who were Pantera fans who read about it on metal websites got upset that Pantera, who was not the original band, there was 2 members who died, was going to do a live album. So all these people got pissed and they started posting like, "Screw that guy, all these like metal websites were posting these stories about a employee for Pantera who announced they were doing a live album. And because I was anonymous, I started commenting on all the threads going, "Yeah, screw that guy. He's a piece of crap." And what a wait. And I would like reference my jokes. Why did he even bring up the size of Zakk Wylde's genitalia? What did that have to do with anything? And then Pantera put out a statement saying, "No, we're not doing a live album. That was a joke from our buddy, Craig Gass." And they tagged me in everything. So this mob just came towards me and I was like, "Oh man, sorry guys." But
like Swifties.
Yeah, they're pretty intense. Has Chris done any justice in trying to get you to listen to his music?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they all have downplayed it and poo-pooed it quite a bit. Except for Marnie once came to a show and left early. Sauce got on the tour bus and rode all the way to Milwaukee with me one time for one of my shows and then left.
This is a true story. So he went
to see Paul Simon instead.
Exactly. Yeah. So went all the way to Milwaukee to quote see Chris, and then left to go see Paul Simon. So essentially got a free ride to Milwaukee to see Paul Simon.
Really?
Turned Chris's tour bus into an Uber.
It was great. No, it was fun. I don't blame you. I'd go see Paul Simon as well, and I'm me. But before we go to
Paul
break,
Simon was at another venue. You got to ride up there to go to another show?
Yeah, he didn't know it
No,
at first.
I literally did not know Paul Simon was going to be there. And then somebody that was in Hawks Band was like, Paul Simon's there tonight? I'm like, well, I got to go to that.
Yeah, and he did.
And I bought a ticket at the box office, and it was like third row. It was sweet.
Yeah, I bet it was fun.
Yeah, it was.
It was better. It was absolutely the right choice.
I was not
like
the
Craig.
right.
Craig,
the
you remember
correct
like the
friend.
last time you were in town, right? You were like, Corey, come see my show, and I'm like, all right. So you drove me to the New Hope Cinema Grill, and what did I do? I went across town and saw Matt Becker do dark comedy
at first out.
He was a killer.
Killed it.
Hey, before we get a break, because when we get back, we got to get into sports, and you can just hang out and comment as we go. But how did you get a chance to talk to Steve Gleason?
I knew Steve Gleason from my friend Mike, who plays guitar for Pearl Jam. Steve Gleason, did I tell that Pearl Jam story last time I was here? About
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's been a buddy of mine for over 20 years, and Steve Gleason is a huge Pearl Jam fan. So I met him at Mike's house a couple of times at like barbecues and hangouts, and then he just has turned out to be one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Like, for those of you who don't know, Steve Gleason used to play for the Saints. He has ALS. Did a documentary documenting his descent into his physical disability. It's really crazy and really tough to watch.
Yeah.
But now he's raised millions and millions of dollars for people to get the equipment like he has to be able to make their lives easier. And the guy is just he came to a show of mine like a couple years ago, and after the show, he said, through his little voice box thing, he said, "Craig, that was a great show." And I said, "Oh man, thank you. Dude, I'm so glad you made it out here. Can I give you a hug?" And he said, "I love hugs." And I went to hug him, and he said, "Not as much as I love BJ's." And I went, what the? Yeah. I remember he introduced me to some friends. I was backstage at a Pearl Jam concert, and he said, "Hey, Craig, come here and talk to my friends." And I said, "Hey," and he goes, "Do some impressions for them." And I go, "Hey," and I start doing impressions for them, and he starts saying through his voice box, "Craig's whole family is deaf." That's probably how he got good at impressions. And I said, Dude, that is so smart. That is absolutely true. I've always been able to do any voice that I hear because growing up in a deaf family, I couldn't learn how to talk for my family. I learned how to talk by watching TV and copying all the voices I heard on TV. That's why I now do celebrity voices on Family Guy and American Dad. And Steve goes, "My kids will probably end up sounding like robots." And I was like, oh my God.
That's pretty
that
good.
That was amazing.
And
But
I'm watching, because I
That's
watched
good.
the interview you did with him on YouTube. And
Yeah.
so he speaks by looking at letters. Is that right? Is that how it?
Dude, you know what's crazy? Like, there's nuances of being around deaf people that only people who grew up with deaf people can see and understand.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Gleason, people with ALS use their eyes and look at a keyboard, and they move their eyes around to form words. His keyboard was down that day when I was at his house, and he had two assistants who one of them sat in front of him and said, "Look at me, just look at me, tell me what's going on." And she's watching his eyes, and she goes, H, yep, E, yep, he, yep, he, W, wants.
How is that possible?
Wow.
She's just watching the subtlety of the direction of his eyes and reading a keyboard off his eyeballs. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. But yeah, Gleason has come out to many of my comedy shows, and he's a stellar human being. And side note, I always think this is an interesting asterisk to his story. The single largest donor to all of his ALS charities is an NFL owner. And it's not the owner of the Saints. It's the owner of the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh,
Arthur Blank.
They've
Arthur
raised
Blank.
$65 million, it said on his website. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And
That's
Arthur
really cool.
Blank is far and away the largest donor to all of Steve Gleason's charities. He's a stellar human being.
Amazing.
that's good to hear.
All right, Craig Gass is here. New Hope Cinema Grill when?
Cinema Grill this weekend, Thursday through Saturday. I'm usually funny. Cinemagrill.com.
I like that place a
Sauce
lot.
just did stand up there
He
like,
did.
what, a week and
it's
a half
a great
ago?
spot. Yeah.
How'd it
Yeah.
go?
It went well, yeah.
How are you like hitting up open mics and stuff like that?
No. I
No?
just do comedy with our other coworker, Common
to
Man
three.
Dan Cole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good.
Yeah, sometimes
Right?
it's good.
Well,
yeah.
when it's not good, that's when you become a better comedian.
Yeah.
Then he's getting great.
Yeah, then I'm doing Carnegie Hall soon.
All right, so Marnes, I know you're a big 30 Rock fan, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You like Saturday Night Live?
Sure. Of course.
You've never heard Craig Gass's Tracy Morgan. Wait until you hear it when we come back.
It's crazy.
It's infamous.
It's the best.
More
That's
with
crazy.
Craig Gass after this Power Trio Morning Show on The Fan.
Welcome back, everybody. Pirates Morning Show, here we are. Final segment of the show today. Marnie Gellner's over there. Look at her. Feeling good. Looking good. Marnie.
It's all right.
Hi. When do you work again?
I have the rest of the week for the Twins, but not tonight because it's exclusively Tuesdays are on Fox 9.
Wow, Mel loves that.
So it's a Jim Rich production tonight, and then I hop back on tomorrow for the rest of the week. So
Have you spent time with Mr. Shelton yet?
Yeah, sure. Shelty. Yeah,
Do you see
our
him
guy.
all the time? Does he ever ask about meat sauce?
Yes, he does, and just wants to know when you're coming around and how you been. And
I've been great.
okay, I'll let him know.
Yeah.
I'll
So
let him know.
you are working tonight, you said?
Not tonight.
Oh, not tonight. Do you know who's going to be at the game tonight?
Byron Buxton?
Nope.
He's not?
No.
Even
Sauce?
No.
Oh.
No. Bigger name.
Ooh,
Please
bigger
say
than
it.
Sauce?
Yes. Name-wise.
Not head-wise.
Rosie?
Bigger than that.
Oh.
Think like Saturday Night Live big.
Tina Fey.
Tracy Morgan is going to
Tracy
be
Morgan
at
is
the
gonna be
Twins
at the
game
Twins.
tonight.
Yeah, Tracy
Watch.
I'm going to be there. I'll be hanging out in the parking lot, making pornos.
Oh, Tracy.
That's crazy. What's happening? You sexy. Sexy.
Tracy, Marnie, Tracy.
I like her. I want to choke her. That's how you show somebody you love them.
Yeah, we all do.
Tracy Morgan, certifiably insane. I started a show with a musician buddy of mine, Chris Kale from, I introduced you to Chris from Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, yeah, good dude, man.
We have a show now called Beardo and Weirdo. We've already got over 15 million views on our Instagram reels alone. And we had Horatio Sands and Chris Kattan in a couple days ago. And we were sharing SNL stories. And very specifically, I wanted to ask them what their experience was. Because every time Tracy Morgan was around any social situation with comedians in New York, there would always be one comedian who would look at you and go, you ever try to talk to that guy? Because he was such an odd dude. He just would always talk in euphemisms. And there's actually a urban legend that when Tina Fey pitched him the idea for 30 Rock, she said, hey, I have this idea for this comedian that I think you'd be perfect for this sitcom that I'm writing about a job at 30 Rock, where he's a comedian who the country loves this comedian. They love him. Everybody loves this guy. But what the country doesn't know is that he's crazy. He's certifiably like insane. Do you think you could play that? And the urban legend goes, Tracy said,
Yeah, I could do that. I'm a Jedi. I used to live on Dagobah. I'm personal friends with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Like, what does that mean? Like, that's him all the time. First time I met Tracy Morgan, I used to write for Weekend Update at SNL, and I saw him in the hallways, and I said, Tracy, hey, man, I just want to say hi. My name's Craig. I'm a comedian. I write for Colin down the hall, and I just want to say I think you're the funniest guy on the show. And he said,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and I go, yeah. And he goes, what you doing next Friday? And I go, what? And he goes, next Friday. What you doing next Friday? And I go, I don't know. What am I doing? He said, you're going to open up for me at the New York Comedy Club. And I was like, whoa, really? I would love to do that. Back then, I had no gigs, and I was telling everybody, I'm opening for Tracy Morgan. Get to the show. I do my set. Crowd, thank God, was into it. I get off stage. Tracy Morgan's sitting over by the bar, and he goes, Craig, what you drinking? And I go, can I have a Corona? And he goes, yeah, you could have a Corona. So how you like this? And I said, how do I like this club? And he said, no, how you like stand-up comedy? And I was like, I'm head over heels in love with stand-up comedy. And he said, you got to be like Bruce Lee in the 6-foot kick. And I go, the what? He goes, you don't know about Bruce Lee and the 6-foot kick? They say when Bruce Lee kick you, you go back 6 feet. That's why when people are like, Tracy, how you living? I'm like, I'm 6-foot kicking it. You got to 6-foot kick your way through life. That's the way you got to approach it. And I was like, what are we talking? I have no idea what we're talking about. Have you guys ever had him in studio?
No, we've never had him.
No.
I love him. I'm a huge fan, but I'm afraid of him. It would be incredible.
I'm scared to death. I mean, he's just such an unusual guy. He's just such a quirky guy. But I love hearing Tracy Morgan stories. So yeah, those guys, Kattan and Horatio had great stories about him, and about hosts, and about how weird Christopher Walken is, and all. It's just I'm an SNL fan, so. it was neat to have them on.
Well,
but
there is no bigger SNL fan than the one beside you there, Marnie Gellner.
Marnie wanted to be on SNL. That was her dream.
Really?
Yeah.
Pepper,
I didn't
some
take
questions.
it very far.
Well, did you do characters or
No.
impressions?
No. I had a notebook. My senior year in high school, I jotted down a couple of ideas, and then I lost the notebook.
Yeah, it's stupid. I mean,
So-
wherever that notebook is.
So the dream died.
Yep.
Craig, do you know Molly Shannon? Not, I mean, like personally. Obviously, you know who she is. Do you know her personally?
I don't know her personally, but I've
Oh,
always
man.
really wanted to. I've met her like a couple of times at SNL parties, but never really like sat down and had a conversation with her.
She's my all-time favorite.
Yeah,
Well, is she
all-time
really?
favorite. We tried to like go through our entire list of contacts. What was that, about 9 years ago?
Yeah. Well, has it been that long?
For my 50th
Oh, yeah,
birthday,
for 50th.
9 years ago.
So 10 years ago.
And we were trying to surprise Marnie, and we tapped on every famous person we knew, and nobody had a direct path to Molly Shannon.
And she had a book that had just come out. It was like people were saying you avoid them. Like they were telling her not to talk to
We
us.
reached out to her like PR staff, and we're like, "Hey, we got a gal. She's a huge fan. She's turning 50. We'd love to have Molly on to." And probably some 18-year-old intern's like, "We're gonna pass." It's like, you didn't even ask her.
Yeah. That is the worst, man. If you ask somebody face to face and pitch them an interesting idea, you can get that what you want, but it's the people in between that will screw the
Isn't
whole
that
thing.
the truth, man? Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't that the truth? Hey,
So
speaking
maybe
of
someday.
Speaking of Molly Shannon, by the way, I want to mention this because I'm glad you guys brought this up. So I only watched like the first 20 minutes of it last night. There's a new show on, I think, Prime with Mark Wahlberg, a movie. It's got a bunch of stars in it. And it's called Balls Up, and it's about a condom that goes over your nuts and your shaft.
Yeah.
I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's what it is. It's about it's an entire show, and it has Mark Wahlberg, all these huge stars in it, including the guy who played the Atlantic bomber, the Atlanta
Paul
bomber.
Walter
Yeah,
Hauser.
it's got these
Hauser,
giant stars in it, and Molly Shannon is their boss. The first 15 minutes, she made me laugh out loud twice by
Really?
cussing really, really hard. So
Really?
I haven't seen it. I can't give you thumbs up or thumbs down except for the first 15 minutes, and I laughed out loud twice because
Good
of
to know.
Molly
Molly.
Shannon. So
Good to know.
So
Can
you
I
need
try to
watch
help
that.
Marnie get on SNL right now?
Go on.
Yes.
All right,
Oh my
Marnie, I'm
goodness.
going to
Here we
teach
go.
you. I'm going to teach you the easiest impression in the world. I do voices. I've always had a knack for doing voices because I grew up in a deaf family, and I know I said this before, when I opened for Metallica, as Lars Ulrich described it, very insensitively, because apparently he only heard half my story. He introduced me to his band by saying, "Hey man, this is Craig. This is the guy who does all the voices, and check it out. His whole family is retarded." I go, "Not retarded, but definitely." Yeah. Lars Ulrich wildly misunderstood my story, but I can teach you how to do a Mark Wahlberg impression. It's really easy. All right, it's two parts. The first part is you just have to like do heavy breathing. It's because for some reason he's always out of breath. It's just that is half of a perfect Mark Wahlberg impression.
Okay.
The other half is you have to say a few words at a time. And the words have to be distressful because, again, he's always stressed out about something. So it's just, guys, are you serious? Try that. There you go, Marty. This is it. Lauren Michaels, if you're listening and watching right now, here we go.
Okay.
All right.
God. Are you serious?
Why does he have a list?
That was Cartman.
Jimmy
That was
from
Cartman.
Cartman.
Guys, are you serious?
Oh my God.
That's a really good Cartman.
Lauren,
Marnie, why did you give Wahlberg a lisp?
I don't know.
That was an interesting choice.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
he just came
channeling him.
I do that
channeled
with
right through me.
I do that unintentionally with Paul Stanley when I do my Paul Stanley impression. It's like, a lot of people are envious of Kiss. I'm even envious of Kiss. I don't know why I can't do it without. Even when I do there's also on stage Paul Stanley, where I've heard him say this on stage in Las Vegas. He said, "All right, people, now listen. I know this town, Las Vegas, Nevada, is known for its buffets. And I can tell you right now after this show, I see a lot of people in the front row that I really want to eat." And then he starts fixing his hair. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I saw the same show like 3 months later in New York, and I brought a bunch of comedians backstage to go to the show. Jeff Ross, Jim Norton, and Steve Byrne. And anyone that works for KISS that's walking by, I go, "Hey, did you hear Paul Stanley on stage in Vegas saying he was going to eat the front row?" And 3 different employees said, you hear what he said in Omaha? And I said, no. And he's like, ask about what happened in Omaha. And apparently in Omaha, Paul Stanley gave a stage rap where he said, all right, people, now listen. You know, I know this town, Omaha, Nebraska, is known for its Angus beef. Oh, no. And I can tell you right now, after this show, I'm going to want to sink my teeth into some meat. And the whole arena went, what? And then there's a long pause, and he went, now, wait a minute. Hold on. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a thigh or a rump roast. And the arena went, what? And apparently the guitar techs behind the stage were going, what the hell's he doing? What is going on? But yeah, I sometimes will add a lisp to an impression, so I won't judge
Mark
you.
Wahlberg.
No, but for some reason,
general rule.
For some reason, I don't do it to Mark Wahlberg. But people have pointed out that I do a lisp with other people. I'm trying to think. Like I think Mike Tracy has a lisp sometimes.
Your Walken doesn't.
No, Walken doesn't.
No,
It's because Walken sounds like a deaf guy.
It's so good. It's so good.
Because his voice has no tone. It's got no tone, like a deaf guy.
Pacino, I can't because Pacino is too low to have a lisp.
He's just a guy that can look right through you. Oh, yeah. Hooah.
What about your Gene Simmons?
Gene Simmons from KISS. If you missed any part of this interview, go to kissonline.com. I'm trying to think. I started doing Shaquille O'Neal's podcast, and I do a bunch of voices on his podcast. And the first one I did was like, I didn't even want to do the impression. I walked in the studio and said, man, I'm so happy to be here. I feel like we're going to be friends. And crazy story, dude. Last night before you flew me to Atlanta, I was at a comedy club, and Adam Sandler walked in. And he did a joke about you when he was on stage. And I was like, oh, man, I'm hanging out with that guy. And Shaq said, what was the joke? And I was like, oh, I don't think I should tell you that. And he said, what was the joke? And I go, well, according to Adam, he said he gave you a role in Grown Ups 2. Is that true? And he said, mm-hmm. And I go, okay. And apparently during the filming, there was a break where you, Shaquille O'Neal, announced to everyone on the set,
I'm going to go take a shower.
And Adam Sandler said, that's when I knew that this is it. This is my chance to see Shaquille O'Neal's penis. And it's not gay. It's not gay. I want to be able to tell my kids, hey, your dad saw something amazing once. So anyway, so the way the story goes is that Adam Sandler sneaks into the shower, and all of a sudden Shaquille O'Neal's bodyguard pops up. Boom! And Shaquille O'Neal's bodyguard is even bigger than Shaquille O'Neal. This big black dude, bald head. And Adam goes, oh man, he goes back out to the set, and he's feeling bad because he knows he has to explain to Shaquille O'Neal why he was even in the shower. And Shaq comes back out and he goes, hey, buddy, I know that you heard that I was trying to sneak into the shower. Your bodyguard probably told you. I was just trying to look. And he said, I don't have a bodyguard. I go, yeah, the big black guy. And he goes, nope, that was my penis. Adam Sandler jokes at New Hope Cinema Grill this weekend.
That's right. Thursday through Saturday, you said, right?
Cinemagrill.com. What's that,
Who are
Marty?
your Family Guy characters?
I do celebrity voices on Family Guy.
Okay.
And they use me as utility guy to do voices. I'll get random voices. They'll say, can you match this voice? It's a voice match audition, which I get all the time for Howard Stern, Family Guy, and then I'll work on the voice, and then I'll submit.
How long does that take? Like, if they give you a name today, how long before you know whether or not you can do it?
Well, I don't know if I should say this out loud, but the first thing I always say is like, "Oh yeah, I can do that." Mm. Yeah. I always lie and go. I just remember them sending me like Owen Wilson. They're like, "Hey, can you do Owen Wilson?" I go, "Oh, that's like one of my favorite." My buddy Hockey and I, whenever we talk to each other, that's our thing. Is we do dueling Owen Wilsons. But let me ask you a question: when do you need the Owen Wilson audio by? And they'd be like, "Oh, by next Friday." I'd be like, "Oh, no problem." And then I'll just watch.
You have a
Owen
week
Wilson.
to figure it out.
Yeah, and I'll try to figure out. And the way I'll do an impression.
Nasally, right? Yeah.
Oh, Owen's like,
wow, man, I love heroin.
Like, yeah, it's that kind of soft kind of thing. Yeah. That's
Not bad.
dude.
See,
Marty,
she's gonna be on SNL.
Marty should be opening in New Hope this weekend. What's going on? But what I do is, and I feel bad for doing
A lisp again.
I don't hear a lisp in that. That's actually a good impression. Well, now I'm hearing a weird Cartman thing at the end of that. But what I'll do is I'll try to get like a sound, and it's like playing an instrument. You try to figure out your first note, and like with Christopher Walken, I couldn't do anything with Christopher Walken except a little man, and that was it. That's and
all
then
you need.
If I did any other words, it didn't sound like him, but I could keep coming back to a little man, and I just kept doing that sound over and over again, and then you keep going until you're able to fill out other parts of the canvas and make a full picture. You know, the same thing with Kinison, Sam Kinison. All I could do was, oh, you bastard! And that was all I could do. Was just that giggle and then slowly, I started to figure out some other notes, and I finally became the demon. Oh
man!
And it's like starting out. By the way, you know who did one of the greatest interviews with Sam Kinison was Bob Costas, of all people, when he had his later show.
I loved that show, man.
That was one of the greatest shows.
He had Bob Seger on one time. Still one of my favorite interviews I've ever seen. Ever.
Literally 80% or more of the people that Bob Costas interviewed would at some point during the interview go, how'd you know that? Like, he did unbelievable research. So when he said, tonight I'm going to have Sam Kinison on, I remember thinking, what does Bob Costas know about Sam Kinison? And it blew my mind when the interview started. Bob said, Sam, I used to watch you back in the early 80s before you were famous. And back then, I used to see you at the Comedy Store, and your entire act was based on that day's obituaries. And I remember thinking to myself, you know what? This guy's funny, but he's too dark, and he's never going to make it. And Sam Kinison said, man, and he explained the bit. I've never heard this before, but Sam Kinison said, yeah, I used to go on stage, and I would have today's obituaries with me. And I'd walk on stage and go, hey, folks, my name's Sam Kinison. I want to thank you guys for coming out. Thanks for supporting stand-up comedy. I'll tell you a couple people you won't be seeing here tonight. And he would just start reading the names of dead people who just died and go, like Esther Goldberg. No, she didn't catch the bus. She's not here. But apparently, if you want to see her work, it's going to be on display on Sunday at Evergreen Mortuary. Like, yeah. I know these guys have heard the story before, but my first episode of Family Guy, I genuinely creeped out Seth MacFarlane because I was so excited to meet him that I just overdid it. I went in for a recording session. We met up at the studio, and the whole recording session lasted like 5 minutes. It's like Seth MacFarlane kept doing one line as Peter Griffin, where he kept saying, "This is crazier than when Al Pacino was a slumlord laundromat tenant." And then they cut to me as Al Pacino, surrounded by a bunch of broken down washers and dryers, going,
"You're out of order." And you're out of order. And you're all out of order.
And we did that for like 3 lines, 3 or 4 takes. And then Seth goes, all right, man, I think we're good. But I was so nervous because I genuinely thought in my mind that we were going to be friends now because we're working together. I actually have the same insecurity with Chris. I'll text Chris during the year and be like, hey, man, good luck to your Vikings. And then nothing. Like, but I go, man, we do this recording session, and I stood up and I was like, so you want to hang out? And he goes, and Seth MacFarlane said, what do you mean hang out? And I go, you want to grab a coffee or something? And he goes, I got to work. And I said, all right. You want me to leave? And he goes, yeah, get the hell out of here. I was like, oh my God. I grabbed my papers, I walked out, and I was like, and then I remember they didn't call me again for like 6 months. And then Linda, the casting director, started calling me and saying, hey, Craig, can you do this voice or this voice? And every time she'd call, I'd say, I can do any voice that you want. I can do any voice that you need. And every time I go back in, Seth MacFarlane is never around. It's always this guy, Mike Henry, who's the voice of Cleveland and the creepy old guy. And every time I see Mike, I go, "Hey, Mike, is Seth around?" And every time I see him, he goes, "Don't worry about Seth. We'll get you out of here."
Cinemagrill.com, by the way. I want to make sure we say that again. Cinemagrill.com for tickets. I want to ask you a real question before the show ends, though. Because obviously you've been involved in the Howard Stern Show for a very long time. And there is a lawsuit. I don't want to put you in a bad spot, but a lawsuit from somebody who used to work for him saying it's a hostile workplace. Obviously, radio, it's entertainment. A lot of it's hostile. But what are your thoughts on that? And have you read about that? And do you think there's legs to stand on here?
Yeah, there were people that sent me links to it, but it struck me as very odd because I don't relate to anything that's being. And plus, this woman that made the accusation, she was not an employee of the show. She's an employee of Howard and Beth at their home.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay, got it.
Yeah, I had no idea who the girl was. Although I do have to say, I worked with Howard I started in the mid 90s, and then I started sitting next to him in 2001. And then they wanted me to audition to be Howard's sidekick. They auditioned me and Norm Macdonald, Doug Stanhope, Chappelle came in, Jeff Ross came in. They finally narrowed it down to me and Artie. They gave Artie the job, and then I just kind of stopped. I went on to King of Queens. I did Sex and the City and started doing Family Guy after that. And 20 years later, Howard reached out to start working on the show, and there was a whole bunch of people I'd never met before, and it was a much bigger production. So there were a lot of people I needed to acquaint myself with that I'd never known before. But this woman is part of their personal life, so I don't know anything about that story. But that is a weird thing where I always remember there's things that I've said on the air before with Howard that Gary goes, "Hey, you can't say that on our show," and I'll go, "Dude, I was on this show in Minnesota last week, and I said the exact same story. It was fine." And he goes, "Yeah, but the problem is that when they hear it on the Howard Stern Show, then people will decide, you know what, I think I'm offended now, and I want to send a lawyer, and because they read $20 million a year, and
so they're going for the settlement.
They're going for a settlement, and he said, so we have to be a little more particular, and we have to be a little more careful. So the learning curve is different, trying to be funny, in that. I mean, there's all these rules about doing prank phone calls and getting people's permission and stuff like that. But yeah.
All right. There you go. Yeah.
But
dude, you're the best.
Yeah,
man.
and you're going to get Marty on Saturday Night Live, which we're all thankful for.
Make it happen.
It's a big deal. And
you said Thursday, Friday, Saturday, though, right?
Thursday, Friday,
New Hope
Saturday
Cinema
this
Grill.
week. New Hope Cinema Grill in New Hope. If you're a fan of any of the shows I've been on, King of Queens, Sex and the City, Family Guy, you will love the show. I'm usually funny, and I love my mom. I don't know. Sorry.
What a great combo.
Yeah.
And Craig, you have a website as well?
Mm-hmm.
With two S's.
GetGas.com. GetGas with two S's.com. And check out the new episode of Beardo and Weirdo, where we talk to James from Love on the Spectrum. I love that kid from Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, nice.
This week. And then a really interesting conversation with Steve-O last week from Jackass, who I've gotten in a lot of trouble with together when he got thrown out of the roast of Gene Simmons and you can see the picture on my Instagram, he relieved himself.
Sure.
On Danny Bonaducci. It was the coolest. I have the picture.
That's a hell of a sentence.
It's on my Instagram. It's at Craig Gass Comedy. At Craig Gass Comedy with two S's. Do we have to dump that?
No.
Okay. All right.
Marnie, let's end the show like this. Craig Gass, New Hope Cinema Grill, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. One more time, just briefly, your Mark Wahlberg impression.
Hey.
You forgot.
Guys.
It's the great Marnie Gellman. We'll see you at Grandview on Friday.
And if you missed it, Mark Slaughter actually responded to Hawkeye's story about what happened when Hawkeye got to that Slaughter concert years and years ago where that woman emerged with white stuff on her. Mark Slaughter explained what the white stuff was, and you can see that response on my Instagram at Craig Gass Comedy with two S's.
What a slow play payoff. Just decades in the making, and it finally
literally
paid
35
off.
years.
That's nuts.
Thanks, dude.
Good to see you, Craig.
Bye-bye.
See you Friday, Marty.
Bye.
Everybody have a wonderful